Los Angeles! What is cracking? It's your boy James Coe. Friday evening. Hell yeah! If you're listening in your car, you're getting ready for the weekend, man. Awesome. I'll be with you for the next 4 hours here, all the way until the 10 o'clock hour. Got a great show lined up in front of us here today. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Dodgers. What the hell should they do? What? With Edwin Diaz. I told y'all last night, man, hey, listen, this show has an absolute full-on ban on Timmy Trumpets. Not allowed to play it. Can't play it. And we have to start a revolution. We got to draw a line in the sand and tell the Dodgers, listen, y'all got to stop playing Timmy Trumpets. Got to stop doing it. Just let them come out there like as incognito and as anonymous as possible. Don't be throwing out those crazy Timmy Trumpets, man.
So you're saying incognito, so he's coming out there
just
like,
cold.
With no music.
No music, just cold. You know why? Because he needs to come out in the 8th inning. Yo, his days coming out in the 9th, those should be dead. And when you come out in middle relief, you don't get a song, dog. When you come out in the 7th or 8th inning, you don't get a song. Unfortunately, those days are done. They're done. It's over. Man, it's crazy too, right? Because it feels like time is a flat circle. It was around this time last year where Tanner Scott was out there just blowing everything. It was terrible on the back end. And then this offseason, Tanner Scott has played well. Now, he does have 2 blown saves. I'm not saying he's been perfect. But this version of Tanner Scott is significantly better than last year's version, right? And last year was Tanner Scott, double-digit blown saves. Golly! Now it's Edwin Diaz.
That's terrible.
What's going on out here? It's a different year, different players, same results. Just cannot shut the door on games. It's crazy. It was also this time last year where Mookie Betts was starting to come alive. Is he starting to come alive again? The lows are lower this year. That is for sure. But can he get a little hot? We're going to find out. Speaking of Dave Roberts, he had a quote after last night's game that I listened to, and I'm thinking to myself, man, like, I hate it. And it's when he talked about the closer option and Edwin Diaz, and he said there are quote unquote no options, man. Take a listen.
Who's the other option, Bill? I mean, you look back at the last week and guys have struggled, and then I'm not going to sit here and play carousel and chase my tail and say when the guy's struggling, and then when he doesn't pitch well, then it's why are you pitching him? So I don't do that. Everyone's got a role. They all have jobs to do, and they all have to do their job. That's it.
Right. But here's the problem. When you say, who else is there? I hate this quote for so many reasons. I understand that he is out here, Dave Roberts, and by the way, let me start by saying Dave Roberts has generally done not generally, but just he has done a great job managing his guys. He's done a great job doing this, okay? But when you say there are no other options, you're really, honestly, you're trashing on 2 players. You're trashing on 2 players. One, he's not out there saying, you know what, Edwin Diaz gives us the best chance. He's saying, I am stuck in a corner. Edwin Diaz is garbage, but I have no one else.
Brother,
That's essentially what Dave Roberts is saying, is he not? When Dave Roberts says, I've got no other options, that is not a show of support for Edwin Diaz. That is hey, I know he's bad. You know he's bad. Everyone knows he's bad, but I ain't got nobody else. But you've unintentionally trashed on 2 players. One, Edwin Diaz, but you've also trashed on Tanner Scott. Bro, the internet exists. Like, I could look up Tanner Scott's numbers, bro. Like, what do you mean? You have no one else. What are we talking about? I'm so confused. Tanner Scott has a 2.25 ERA. He's been a closer before. As a matter of fact, he's got 16 saves on the season. 16 saves. Dave, what are we talking about out here? What do you mean you have no other option? Yes, you do. It's clear as day. What? I am baffled. I'm utterly baffled by that quote from Dave Roberts. What do you mean you have no other options? Yes, you do. His name is Tanner Scott. As a matter of fact, you threw Tanner Scott out there. Dave Roberts, you put Tanner Scott in the closer role. Not just this year, but last year too. So I'm very confused. I am very confused. So again, I hated this quote for a number of reasons. One, he unintentionally just dumped on Tanner Scott for no reason. Like, again, I know he didn't mention Tanner Scott by name, but I mean, Tanner Scott definitely caught a stray right there. When you say he's got no other options, he's saying Tanner Scott is worse than Edwin Diaz. And dude, Edwin Diaz got 11.6 ERA. Bro, he is literally the worst closer in the game right now.
Who's the other option, Bill?
Tanner Scott, guy. I don't know who he was talking about. I think he was talking to Bill Plunkett. But I wish Bill would have been like, dog, Tanner Scott? What? I'm so confused. Who else are you going to throw out there? I don't know. The guy who has 16 dang saves on the season? Maybe that guy. I'm so confused. I don't get it. But the other part about that too, again, the reason why I absolutely detest this quote from Dave Roberts, right? So like, again, he's dumping on two players. Okay. He's obviously saying Edwin Diaz is not good because that, by the way, that quote is very different than him saying, hey, Edwin Diaz is our guy, period. Like, I like the stuff that I'm seeing. He's working through some things right now, but we're going to get him back on track because he's our guy. Obviously, at this point, it would be disingenuous to even, I think, suggest that, right? Like, he's coming off. He had a major elbow injury. He's coming off that injury, man, and he just doesn't look good. The velocity is not there. The control is not there. It's bad. All of it is bad. Hitters aren't having to worry because he is not painting corners right now. It's either down the pipe or way outside. Control is nowhere to be found. Velocity is a tick down, a tick. I'm not saying that he's lost all velocity. He still has the velocity, but again, guys are just sitting on pitches. They're just sitting. At this point, I've made the joke that Roki Sasaki's come out there with the giant glove. At this point, both Justin Wrobleski and Edwin Diaz, they need to sit down with Roki's glove maker and figure out what glove Roki is using. And they need to get out there with that glove. Period. At this point, try anything. Anything. What I don't want you to try, though, is playing that music. We don't need to hear that music anymore. It's totally cringe. It's absolutely cringe at this point. Like, man, really, bro? You're coming out with this just, banger of an intro, and you're just out here, throwing watermelons down the pipe, dude. Like, what are you doing? Horrendous. It's so bad. It is so bad. You cannot throw Edwin Diaz out there. And by the way, look, I love that Dave Roberts. I love the fact that Dave Roberts will stick with his guys. Like, I love it, right? There's something to be said about a manager sticking up for his guys. And I do appreciate that. But that being said, closer is such a weird role where we have seen guys with good stuff completely lose it in high-pressure situations in a closer role. So mentally, where is Edwin Diaz? And while he is recovering physically, is he getting destroyed mentally? And I think that is the true worry here for Edwin Diaz. Wins and losses aside, obviously wins and losses are a huge part of it, and the blown saves are just so demoralizing. And that part I understand. I get it. Right? But for Edwin Diaz, look, forget about, I don't want to say forget about this year, but I mean, listen, forget about the next month. It's August 14th. Forget about the next month. It is more important for Dodger fans and the team to get Edwin Diaz right, both physically, because he is recovering from a major elbow injury, but also you don't want to lose this guy mentally. When he left the mound yesterday, holy bejesus. I mean, he had 40,000, 50,000 fans just booing the bejesus out of him. There's no way that feels good. He's at home. He's playing Narcos. He's got Blaster Jacks just blasting. He's got Timmy Trumpet just going, raging out. And then 10 minutes later, he's got 45, 50,000 Dodger fans raining down boos on him. Bro, mentally, where is he at? And so forget about this next month. That's why I'm saying it don't matter. Like, I physically, he's still recovering, and I think that's fine. You give him that grace. But, man, don't wear this guy out mentally before you actually need him in the postseason. That's where I would be. That's my utmost concern for Edwin Diaz right now. But, man, look, Justin Robleski and Edwin Diaz, 100%, they need to sit down with Roki and his translator, and they need to figure this thing out. Get them giant gloves on them two boys right now. Get them gloves. I need them big, oversized, comically huge gloves slapped onto Justin Robleski and Edwin Diaz right now. I don't know what's going on, man. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Justin Robleski, by the way, has, again, really, I mean, just been absolutely crushed over his last 3 games. Just absolutely smashed. Not good. It's not good at all. Over his last 3 games, obviously they're 0-3. Or he is, 0-3 are the Dodgers over his last 3 starts. And you're taking a look at Justin Robleski here. Man, a 9.88 ERA. He's given up 15 earned runs in 13 2/3 innings. And across those 3 games, he's given up 9 home runs. And that's been the real culprit for Justin Robleski. And I will say, too, that there was, especially against his outing against the Cubs, there was some unspoken insinuation that maybe there's some pitch tipping, possibly, if we're reading into it. And again, against the Cubs, man, 7 earned runs with 4 home runs given up in 4 1/3. That was absolutely the nadir, the low point of Justin Robleski's season, for sure. But again, over his last 3 games, man, 0-3, 9 home runs given up in those 3 games. They got to figure this thing out. And if it is pitch tipping, again, the thought was that Roki Sasaki was, tipping his pitches. If that's what they feel with Justin Robleski, why, if it worked for Roki, because Roki's been phenomenal since going to the comically oversized glove. If it works for Roki, I'm just so confused. If it works for one guy, why not at least try it? Hey, listen, man, if Justin Robleski goes out there and gets absolutely shattered, I mean, at what point are we just going to say, hey, man, like, can we just try something new? Can we just try something new? That's what I would like to see. Can we just try something new? I'm so confused. And it's to the point now where, again, that game last night was so big. Milwaukee Brewers with essentially a 2-game lead over the Dodgers right now. And I'm telling you, it's a 4-game set, so 3 more games to go here. The Dodgers should feel like they have to split this series. That's what they should feel like. And to do that, you've got to win 2 of your next 3 games. That's tough against a really good Milwaukee Brewers team. Oh, by the way, at some point, Mizorowski's going to take the mound. Good luck. Good luck. Right? So, man, a lot going on with the Dodgers here. I also wanted to highlight the fact that Kyle Tucker, his home road splits, my God, what is going on with Kyle Tucker at home? After a very hot series against both Chicago and Arizona, where he hit .364 across those 6 games with 2 home runs, then he comes back home, and I don't know what happened, but he's 0-12 across 4 home games.
That's terrible.
The home road splits right now for Kyle Tucker are insane. I don't remember the last time I've seen something this stark. It's an 80-point difference, home and away. The splits are nuts. He's hitting .275 on the road. He's hitting sub 200. He's hitting 196 at home. Again, that's an 80-point difference. An 80-point difference home and away.
That's terrible.
He's got 9 home runs on the road with 4 stolen bases. He's got 2 home runs and 3 stolen bases at home. Let me put it to you this way. If he was just doing what he does on the road at home at Dodger Stadium, we're talking about a player in Kyle Tucker that's hitting .275, and he would have 18 home runs and 8 stolen bags with an .840 OPS. Guys, that is a good season. That is a good season. Well-rounded. He's getting on base. He's giving you some power. He's giving you a little pop. He's giving you some speed on the base paths. Again, imagine if he had 18 home runs with 8 stolen bags right now. Hitting .275 with an .840 OPS. Man, he'd be one of the best Dodgers, period. If you could just take what he does on the road and replicate that at home, he turns from one of the worst Dodgers into one of the best Dodgers.
Ever.
That's crazy. That is insane. I just wanted to highlight that because, again, next 3 games at home. So can Kyle Tucker get a hit at home? He's 0 for 12 over his last 4 home games. Come on, bro. And listen, you could say, oh, well, hey, listen, he had that 1 walk. Okay, cool, man. Cool. He's got 3 walks. He's got 3 walks across his last 4 games. Good for you. 0 for 12. Come on, man. What are we doing? You're hitting 196 at home, sub 200, dude. Holy bejesus. Craziness. Andy Pages, he needs to stop challenging. This is funny, man. Andy Pages is so bad at the ABS that manager Dave Roberts has had to make a quote-unquote team-wide decision on changing the challenge policy. I don't think they had one. I think Dave Roberts like, hey, everyone here's a grown-up. Everyone here's an adult. Everyone here can make their own challenges. I think that was the policy before. That's certainly what it seems like. And by the way, I think that's a good policy if you've got a team full of adults. Apparently, Andy Pages is that one guy in your fantasy league that, rage drops everybody and then just ruins the whole league for everyone else. That is Pages right now. Dude, Andy Pages has lost 14 out of 25 attempts. He's got a 44% success rate on challenges this year. Again, 14 out of 25. That's how many he's lost. That's how many challenges he has lost. 14. It's twice as many lost challenges as anyone else on the team. Kyle Tucker is second with 7 lost challenges. Andy Pages also leads the team in total challenges with 25. And by the way, overall 25 is a pretty large number. It is so bad that Dave Roberts has apparently implemented a new challenge guideline. He told reporters, quote, "It has to be guys in scoring position in the later innings with a 3-2 count." He went on to say, "I think players get emotional because it's their at-bat, but more importantly, it is a team at-bat." So again, the new guidelines, okay? Someone needs to be in scoring position, it needs to be in a later inning, and it needs to be a 3-2 count. First of all, can I just say, you would think that's, for most players, you would think, okay, that's probably when they're going to use their challenges anyways. This is common sense guidelines here. But apparently, Andy Pages has ruined it for everyone. By the way, a reporter asked a follow-up question here. When asked if the team could get to a point where it outright bans certain players from using the ABS at certain points in the game, Roberts said yes. Andy Pages has ruined the challenge system so bad for other Dodgers that even Dave Roberts, the level-headed Dave Roberts, like the nice guy Dave Roberts, even Dave Roberts is like, "Hey, bro, you've literally ruined it for everyone. I am literally considering putting a ban on you from challenging." Andy Pages, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave you with some good Dodger news items, though. First of all, Will Smith took batting practice for the first time since going on the IL. That's good. And per Ben Verlander, an MLB analyst here, quote, "Shohei Ohtani is stepping up for people and causes in need. He's donating well over 7 figures to different organizations, including the Venezuela earthquake relief, Canadian wildfire relief, and the Kumamoto earthquake relief. All of his donations are going directly to those in need." Speaking of Shohei Ohtani, he's throwing a bullpen session as well. It sounds as if he is getting a lot closer to getting back on the mound. Do the Dodgers need him? I say no. I would prefer to see the Dodgers really put him, again, give him more days off, be a little bit more flexible with the quote-unquote scheduled days off, get him some more off days, and, man, keep him off the mound for the next month. If you want to get him ramped up for October, I see that. I think there's value to that. But I would really honestly, like, if we hear that he's back on the mound in 2 weeks, to me, that's too early. Keep him off the mound for the next month. Really make sure that knee is in a stronger place. And by the way, I emphasize stronger and not healed. Because I think with the way that he plays, the hustle that he shows, and again, the lack of days off, you just can't be fully healthy with that knee. It's impossible. He needs days off to get it fully healed. Obviously, he's not doing that. So can you rehab it and get it into a spot where it's stronger? And I'm sure that is what's happening. So it will be stronger. It won't be healthy. That's why I'm saying, hey, let's wait a month here. Let's see what's going on. If he went on the 10-day and really rehabbed it and got that swelling down and again, just treated the hell out of it, okay, cool. But he's not doing that. He's playing. Guy's obsessed with baseball, man. He's never going to not play. But I don't want to see him back on the mound in 2 weeks. That's not what I want to see. Or less. Goodness gracious. I mean, they made the move for Skubal. Listen, Ohtani can take a break. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, we need to take a break. It's the James Coe Show. We step away. When we come back, more sports talk is on the way. We'll give you a Dodgers preview coming up next. There it is. Waiting for that one. I was waiting for the drop. James Coe here with you. Appreciate everyone tuning in. If you'd like to be part of the conversation, 855-97-LA-FAN, 855-97-LA-FAN. Dude, we should do the giveaway early today.
Ooh, I like that.
Just so I get it done, man. I always forget. That's the problem. I always got Double P telling me, hey, we got to do the giveaway. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Got next segment, 100%.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
next segment rolls, and the next segment rolls. I'm like, oh, my goodness gracious, what have I done? No, let's do the giveaway right now. Okay, I like to give away free stuff. I'm going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to Sparks taking on the Atlanta Dream at Crypto.com Arena. Sparks versus Atlanta Dream at Crypto.com Arena on August 20th. It is Dodgers night, where the Sparks are giving away a free Sparks and Dodgers co-branded baseball jersey for the first 12,500 fans. That's everybody. Like, if y'all come, most likely you're getting one of these things, which is cool. And you can find tickets at lasparks.com. Again, lasparks.com. I will take caller number, because it's a 4-pack of tickets, I'll take caller number 4.
Número 4.
855-97-LA-FAN. Again, that's 855-97-LA-FAN. If you would like a 4-pack of tickets to watch the Sparks take on the Atlanta Dream. All right,
Número 4.
let's go. We'll take caller number 4. Okay, big game, obviously, on deck tonight for the Dodgers, as it is game 2 against the Brewers. First pitch, obviously, as per usual, at 7:10. It's Yoshi Yamamoto. Can Yamamoto drag the Dodgers out of the dregs? I say out of the dregs. They lost this one game. It feels so much. Why does it feel so much worse, though?
But if they lose today,
I know.
that's a losing streak.
That's a losing streak. And it's because of the matchup, you know? They take on, they swept the Royals, which was very much needed, especially after coming off that crazy losing streak that they had on the road. But today's game, it feels heavy. It feels like it's just so much more important than just one game. 1, it's a potential playoff matchup. 2, what are the Dodgers going to do back of the bullpen? What are they going to do in the bullpen in general? There's just a lot of questions to be asked here. Again, will Kyle Tucker ever get it going at home? He's hitting sub 200 at home right now. That is nuts.
That's terrible.
What's happening? Sub 200, he's hitting 196 at home? Can't have it.
That's terrible.
Cannot have it. So, I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, can Yoshinobu Yamamoto help the Dodgers get out the depths? Because, like I said, it just feels like it's more than just a single game. That's what it feels like right now, especially coming off that very dramatic loss last night where Edwin Diaz officially got Timmy Trumpets, banned from this show. Timmy Trumpets is officially banned. Sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. Actually, I do make the rules. And it's banned. The Dodgers, they need to ban it as well. I don't care if he comes out in relief again. They need to ban it. That song is now banned. It's cursed. That song is cursed. I don't need to hear it. Again, it's Yamamoto taking on lefty Robert Gasser, who is rocking a 3-4 record with a 4.57 ERA. LA now trails Milwaukee by 2 games for the best record in the NL. They're half a game out of second place from Atlanta. But obviously right now, as I mentioned, the biggest concern has to be the bullpen, both middle relief and closing out games. The Dodgers' 10 lead losses since the All-Star break. I don't want to call them blown saves. They're not blown saves, but they're blown leads. Right? They have 10 blown lead losses since the All-Star break. That's tied with the A's and the Royals, 2 teams that are Basically, we're talking last place teams. They're tied, the 10 blown lead losses since the All-Star break. It's tied with the A's and Royals for the most in Major League Baseball. Edwin Diaz, who has blown 3 of 4 save opportunities over the last week, has allowed 8 runs on 12 hits over 5 2/3 innings. That is good for a very smooth 12.71 ERA since returning from the IL in late July. It's not good. As a matter of fact, it's downright awful. It makes you wonder whether or not Edwin Diaz is ever going to come back. It makes you wonder. It makes you question whether or not Edwin Diaz has any capabilities of recovering. Dodger fans, first of all, I know baseball fans in general tend to lean negative. It's like, it don't matter how good your team is running. Like, at some point, like, if you get a loss like yesterday, it's like, oh, well, here it goes. Here it goes. All right. Well, we're screwed. And by the way, there's a lot of emotional baggage. There's a lot of emotional scar tissue from last year. Tanner Scott blowing 10 saves. So I understand. I get it. Okay. The Dodgers, though, have the 3rd worst bullpen ERA in the NL since the All-Star break. Combined, the bullpen, 4.86.
Número 4.
That's not good. You never want to see your ERA start with a 4.
Número 4.
Not good. Yoshinobu Yamamoto helped LA snap a season-worst 7-game losing streak last Saturday with 5 2/3 scoreless innings in Arizona, but he didn't factor into the decision as Diaz also blew that game as well before the Dodgers came back to win it in the 10th. Yamamoto has won his last 2 starts versus Milwaukee with 2 runs allowed in 16 innings pitched. That is a 1.13 ERA. Yeah, boy! That includes his complete game in Game 2 of last year's NLCS. And he followed that up in May by giving up just 1 run over 7 innings, which, like Game 2 of the 2025 NLCS, was a 5-1 Dodgers win in Milwaukee. Yamamoto's 2.66 ERA through 69 starts would be the 4th best ERA by a pitcher over his first 70 starts with the Dodgers in the live ball era. Again, going all the way back to 1920. In 1920, I don't think shoes were invented at that point. I think it was just guys running around with newspapers tied to their feet.
Not even sandals?
No sandals at that point. It was just newspaper and twine. They used twine to just wrap up old magazines and just tied it to their feet. As a matter of fact, I think when Cy Young was pitching, that's how they played.
So you're telling me Hoka wasn't a thing?
Hoka was most certainly not a thing. I don't even know if plastic had been invented yet. I think it was just like balls of yarn and like old aluminum foil. I don't think plastic was invented either. There was no plastic and no shoes back in 1920. Don't fact check me. Don't fact check
What do you think I'm doing?
Yamamoto, 2.66 ERA through 69 starts. Okay, so very, very good. He only trails Oral Hershiser, who had a 2.39, Zach Greinke, 2.5, and Andy Messersmith, 2.65. Gasser, by the way, has been pitching well as of late. The Brewers have won all 4 of Robert Gasser's starts since the All-Star break. During that span, Gasser has a 3.05 ERA, just giving up 7 earned runs across 20 2/3 innings, okay? As we know, if we're talking about guys who are hot right now, the Dodgers, Max Muncy pinch hit 3-run home run in the 6th of last night's ball game, gave him the most home runs in Dodger Stadium history at 131, surpassing the great Eric Karros, who was on the call for Sportsnet LA. Freddie Freeman played Thursday as well. Unfortunately, he was 0 for 3. Did have a walk, though. Despite dealing with body soreness, again, Freddie Freeman got out there. I mean, if y'all have missed that, just go find that highlight when he falls into the dugout well. Just a crazy, scary fall. He's 20 for his last 61, a 328 average, but all those hits have been singles. So again, all 20 of his hits, his last 20 hits have been singles. This is a crazy stat, bro. His last extra base hit came on July 26th, a double against the Mets.
Did they have shoes then?
I think they had just invented shoes at that point. Yeah. So that was good. Maybe that's why Freddie got that double, because they just made shoes, which is good.
Cleats.
The last Dodger with a longer streak of just singles. Oh, it was the lone dog. The lone dog, James Loney, who had 28 straight singles back in 2011. Freddie Freeman is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 2 walks versus Gasser in his career, including the postseason. Also of note, Mookie Betts, who is 11 for his last 27. He's hitting 407 with 5 runs scored and 2 home runs over his last 8 games. And by the way, it's good to see a little bit of pop and a little bit of power from Mookie Betts, whose power numbers have been decimated since the All-Star break. So we'll keep an eye on the power. We'll keep an eye on the power for both Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, 2 guys who are in their 30s right now. So again, listen, I wish I wasn't right. Honestly, I mean, I've been calling this out for a couple of months now. Literally since the first day I got on air. I've been calling out the fact that, man, there are some warning signs. There are some red flags. I wish I wasn't right. And I know people disagreed with me wholeheartedly at the time because the Dodgers were running hot. And despite them running hot, I'm like, guys, there are some legitimate red flags here. And it's the age of the roster. And now that the unexpected contributions from Andy Pages and Tommy Edman and a bunch of other guys has cooled off, you are anticipating some of the veteran guys to step forward, and that obviously has not happened. So, again, we'll keep an eye on it. When we come back, first pitch is at 7:10, by the way. When we come back, preseason NFL action continues. We'll break it down. That's coming up next right here on the James Koh Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. James Coe here with you. What track is this, bro?
That one is number 18 from Beer Bongs and Bentleys. It's called Sugar Wraith.
Oh, okay, cool. Again, this is the unofficial official show of Post Malone. That is certified good music.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the best hip hop artists of all time, however you categorize him. I will say, apparently Pat McAfee is trying to channel his inner Post Malone as well. And guys, I want you to listen to a snippet of this, and I want to know, truthfully, what y'all think. But let's listen.
I guess I'm an anomaly. My mom birthed a monopoly. It feels like there's no stopping. See, you wanna fight, we'll drop them. See, I guess I can agree that I'm dynamical. I silence all the sheep like Hannibal.
It's time to go and steal the show. Trying to be the GOAT. Click, clack, reload. It's time to go and steal the show. Trying to be the GOAT. Click, clack, reload. It's time to go and steal the show. Trying to be the GOAT. Click, clack, reload.
No.
It's time to go and steal the show.
No.
Trying to be the GOAT. Click, clack, reload.
No, absolutely not.
What's Click Clack? What's
I have
that?
no idea, bro.
I kind of like it.
No, you don't. You hate it. You hate it. I hate it. Everyone hates it. It's absolutely horrendous. That is so bad. Bro, his rapping or singing, I don't know what it was. It's like I said, it was like some kind, I think he was trying to channel his inner Post Malone. That was so bad, dude. Dude, what the hell, bro? Okay, listen. Objectively speaking, I'm not hating, but like objectively speaking, that was bad, right? Hey, listen, it's good for karaoke. Like if we're just listening to that on karaoke, you're like, hey man, Pat, that's pretty good. Hey, I like your karaoke effort. By the way, it's still not even good for karaoke, but it's not bad. His rapping, okay, tell me if I'm wrong here. Double P, tell me if I'm wrong. That legitimately sounded like somebody rapping on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay.
That had SpongeBob energy. That was stunningly bad to the point where I'm like, man, Pat, how did you listen to that and say to yourself, you know what? That's it. That's the take.
That's the one right there, Pat.
That's the one. He listened back to that and said, yep, that's the one. Keep that one. Keep that one. That's the one. How?
Yo, clip that.
Clip that. That's it right there. Nailed it, guys. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Holy good Lord. That was horrendous.
Wow.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I know he's rich. Like, Pat McAfee is wealthy. Incredibly wealthy. And obviously, everyone on his team is financially supported by Pat McAfee. So, obviously, no one who works with him is going to have the stones to tell Pat, hey, bro, that ain't it. Like, you could tell him nicely, no, that's not what we need. That's not what the streets need. The streets do not need that. So I understand that, but why on God's green earth, it seems as if ESPN personalities are going out of their way to say nice things to Pat McAfee. This was Kirk Herbstreit jumping on Pat McAfee's show and just, again, extolling the virtues of Pat McAfee's music.
Hopefully people are going to be able to not just enjoy the music, but really like listen to the words. Because what I love is there's some really, we all listen to all these different albums, but I think what separates this is you got some great messaging out there. Like you really got some strong lyrics and sent some really good messages, I thought.
Strong lyrics? Strong dog, what? Has Kirk Herbstreit ever listened to a song? This is the most banal, generic lyrics in the whole world. What are you talking? Like, okay, listen. Okay, and just to follow up, Dan Orlovsky. Okay, Dan Orlovsky goes out there and says, quote, "They say the good die young, and I'm scared I'm great." Dan Orlovsky says, "What a line, Pat McAfee." They say, this is a Pat McAfee line. They say the good die young, and I'm scared I'm great. Dog, Pat McAfee is 39 years old. What do you mean the good die young, I'm scared I'm great? Dog, you're 39, you're pushing 40. What the hell? What is going on? These are horrible lines, and they make no sense. It's bad, man. More on the James Koh Show coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. Beautiful Friday evening. Getting you ready for the weekend. Hell yeah. 855-97-LA-FAN. 855-97-LA-FAN. I want to give a shout out specifically to somebody in the chat. If you want to follow along and listen online, it's YouTube. Find us on YouTube. Find us on any social media at The Fan LA. If you'd like to follow me directly, you want to hear my football takes or whatever. I don't know why you would, but you want to listen to more of my horrendous takes. Hey, follow me on social media at James D. Coe. I will promise you this though, that at no point will you ever get an album from me. I will not create music. And listen, Double P, I am a good karaoke singer.
Yeah.
I'm a good karaoke guy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what did they call you again?
The Korean Cowboy?
Yeah.
That's it. There you go.
Has anyone ever walked down the street, by the way, and said, oh, my God, is that the Korean Cowboy?
No. That's literally never happened.
Honey, look, it's the Korean Cowboy.
Oh, my God. No, that's literally never happened. But I want to shout out No Tan Lines Rob, who is a consistent and active contributor on the YouTube side here. He is celebrating a anniversary. 17 years. What? 17-year anniversary for No Tan Lines Rob and his significant other. So, hey, man, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Absolutely hilarious comment from David 100 though, who shouts out and calls out my iPad. And this is how I watch games and content.
What's wrong with the iPad?
In studio. David 100 called it, why does James have the Toy Story 5 iPad at work? Why is that so accurate, dude? That's
pretty good.
Dang, dude. I got called out, bro.
Which Toy Story is the iPad from? It looks like a Toy Story 2 iPad.
No. This is the Toy Story 5 iPad.
Oh, it's 5?
Yeah, it's the brand new one.
Okay.
Oh, dang, dude. I got called out, bro. A very accurate call out, too. Holy moly.
How do you do?
That's crazy. Yeah. Here's the thing. When you start having kids, all of your electronics have to be guarded in this way. Right? Like, hey, listen, like, we all know, okay? Like, the kids nowadays, man, like, you go to a restaurant and I will proudly say this. I don't bring iPads to restaurants to appease the kids. Okay? I will legitimately try to actually have conversations with my children, even when we go to a nicer restaurant, okay? I will try my best. And my kids are very well behaved. So there's that. So they're not iPad kids. That being said, the funny thing is when we're at home, though, and I'm not around and we're just trying to get a quick bite to eat, they will watch the iPads when they eat at home when I'm not around.
Okay.
So they're like halfway iPad kids. Anyways, when you have kids, the iPad, the electronics, they need to be guarded in this way, and that's why they look that way.
And what do they eat? Like dry cereal?
Dry cereal? Oh God, no. I'm not raising a bunch of psychopaths. Okay? I am not, dude. That is psychopathic behavior. Dry Cheerios out of a plastic bag, bro. What are we doing out here? Double P's dad? Come on, man.
We ended the show last night.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly how we ended it, but my dad did send me a text last night about
update?
dry cereal or something.
Okay.
It was interesting. I forgot
was
how
it
we
more
ended
unhinged?
The show. Yeah, it was something like that. Oh, you know what it was? Because we ended with Takes of the Day.
Yeah.
And it was Brock and Joe talking about the ballparks, the best food and all that.
Yeah.
My dad said the best thing to do when you go to a game is
bring dry cereal?
Bring some dry cereal.
Oh,
it's so easy to sneak in. You can sneak it in your pocket.
Here's the thing is, you're not sneaking it in. You could literally show that to the gate attendant, and they're going to let you bring that in because that doesn't even count as food.
Yeah, yeah. They'll be like, "What do you got there? Oh, dry cereal, sandwich bag.
Come on in. Come on in. We don't care. That doesn't count as food." You might as well hold like a wad of like cardboard, right? It's like, oh, this guy's got some cardboard in his hand, guys. Okay, just let him in. No, actually, sir, this is dry Cheerios, sir, in a plastic bag, sir. I think you guys should confiscate this. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
A piece of cardboard is actually probably even more confiscatable.
Yeah.
To take out because you're trying to get it autographed or something
or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry cereal.
Dry cereal. It's like, no, I don't even know what that is, but it's not food, so go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, fella. You got the green light. We don't need to confiscate that at all. You got the green light. I don't even know where we're going with this. Anyways, whatever. Congratulations to No Tan Lines Rob. There you go. 17 years. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How long have I been married, man? 2009 was when I got married. So,
wow.
Oh my God, is that 17 years?
Wait a minute.
Wait a second now. Me and the wifey. Wait, we've been together 17 years, bro. Damn, dude, I'm old, bro. I'm ancient, dude. What happened here?
What are the odds of that, by the way?
I know.
We got married in
right?
2009. What is that?
Oh, man. All right, there you go. Anyways, okay, let's talk some football news in cover 3.
Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go. We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. It's time for the cover 3.
All right, your top headlines, your 3 top NFL headlines. Double P, hit me.
All right, well, we start with ESPN analyst Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
And he will see some restrictions in the lead up to Monday Night Football broadcast this season after he took a role as a Miami Dolphins consultant earlier this year. An NFL spokesman told Front Office Sports that the restrictions are the same that Fox put on Tom Brady, the ones that they had faced those past 2 seasons due to his part ownership of the Raiders. So Aikman, like Tom Brady, will have to remotely attend production meetings.
Oh my God.
When a broadcast crew meets with the game's head coaches and key players before the games, and he won't be allowed to attend practices at team facilities.
I am the person that says, hey, do what you got to do. I don't think this will totally impact his play calling duties. And Troy Aikman's great. Like, he is really, really good at his job.
Yeah.
That being said, keep the thing the thing. And what I mean by that is, what's the future here for Troy Aikman, right? Like, he is making $18 million per year. Not total, per year to call games for ESPN.
Well, for the future, he could make an album.
And you know what? The thing is, he can make an album and he'll have the same thing. Like, he'll have a bunch of guys pandering to him and saying, great job, Troy.
That was so good.
Troy, that was so amazing. Unbelievable lyrics. The depth of your lyrics, bro.
ESPN gives him a raise.
Incredible. But no, look, he makes $18 million. And so normally I would say, hey, man, as somebody who has multiple jobs, like, that's me. Like, I have legitimately 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Right? And so, okay, cool. But, like, and I got to keep the thing, but my priority is here at the radio station, right? So for Troy, I'm just saying, like, what I would say is, okay, I understand having multiple hats and having multiple avenues to make money and do those things, but, like, is the relationship with Miami so important that it's going to take away from the thing that is paying you an outrageous sum of money? When you're getting paid $18 million per year to call 1 game per week, 1 a week, to make $18 million per year, and you're only, by the way, you only work like half the year, man. Like, that's what's nuts, right? Like, not only is it once per week, it's once per week for half the year. Unbelievable.
By the way, for the regular season,
Yeah.
18 million divided by, what?
18 games? He makes
Are
$1
you-
million per game.
Are you kidding me?
So again, normally I'm like, hey man, like it's cool. Like, if you have multiple avenues, you have a bunch of different hats. I'm almost always willing to say, like I support you. But in this one instance where it's like you're again this weird loose relationship with the Dolphins, because he doesn't have an official role with the Dolphins. It's like a consultant thing, right? Like this weird, relationship you've got with Miami. It is in impacting and inhibiting your job that you are getting paid $18 million, $1 million per game practically to do. I'm saying I don't get that. I really don't get that. I would immediately quit that Miami relationship and just keep the thing. And I get it. Like he has definitely, grown in stature, and I'm sure he's at the point in his career where he's like, yeah, who cares? But bottom line is, man, like it is negatively impacting the job where you are getting paid an absurd sum of money. So in this one example, I actually do question whether or not it's actually worth it for him to have this weird, ambiguous advisory role with Miami.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Falcons' edge rusher, James Pierce Jr.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's been suspended by the NFL for 8 games. Something tells me he won't be making $1 million a week, like Troy Aikman. 8 games due to violating the league's personal conduct policy when he was arrested on domestic violence charges in February, the league announced this morning. So the league said in a statement that Pierce will be eligible to participate in all preseason activities, including the games. His suspension will begin, though, on August 30th, and he will be eligible to be reinstated November 2nd.
This is just bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just a bad look for the NFL. And this is like, and again, this is athletes doing bad things and then getting a slap on the wrist, right? This is where he allegedly assaulted his partner, his ex-girlfriend who is a WNBA star. And his ex-girlfriend was trying to drive her car to the police station to make a report and, again, file charges against James Pierce. James Pierce decided to then ram his car into his girlfriend's car. So he assaulted her in multiple ways. It's a domestic violence dispute, and then he gets in the car and then rams her car so that she can't make this report to the police. He served 0 jail time, got a slap on the wrist, right? All he got was basically like, I forgot what it was, but it's like he was like in what they call a diversion program, right? Like he basically just got counseling. It's so bad that law enforcement failed the domestic partner. And then on top of that, the NFL has all the details on hand. They look at this and say, you know what? The minimum would be 6, so we're really going to give it to him. We're going to give him 8. That's a joke. This is totally a fail by law enforcement. It's a fail by prosecutors. It's a fail by the NFL. They had all the details. All of these details are not disputed. These are court records. James Pierce did these things. He assaulted his partner and then got in a car and tried to stop her from reporting a crime. And the NFL looked at that data and said, you know what? 8 games. Dog, that is a year-long suspension minimum. For him to get 8 games is an absolute, again, total injustice. And once again, a failure by the commissioner to properly read the room and give consistent. That's the thing with the commissioner, man. Roger Goodell has been so unbelievably inconsistent with his rulings and he is obsessed with just being the judge, jury, and executioner. For this kind of stuff, domestic violence in particular, Roger Goodell needs to give it up, man. It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for the NFL. Just have a 3-person arbitration panel, and have them rule in cases of domestic violence. The fact that he's obsessed with this power and that he's so inconsistent in these rulings, it just, to me, man, it just reeks. It just absolutely reeks, and I'm tired of seeing it. And so, yeah, James Pierce getting 8 games, man, it's a joke.
Well, that Jordan Tyson injury that we talked about yesterday?
Yeah.
Not good now. About yesterday, we talked about that. He ended up being a right hamstring issue. That's what that one ended up being. And Coach Kellen Moore of the Saints just said he's going to miss time. And you never really like hearing when the head coach just says, yeah, he's going to miss time.
Yeah, and not only missed time, but there's no timetable for his return. Yeah. There's a lot of speculation that he's going to miss at least the start of the season. And how long that goes, we're not 100% sure, but keep in mind, this is a hamstring pull that he has consistently hurt over and over and over again. In October, Jordan Tyson missed 3 games with this hamstring, same hamstring that got injured. He injured it again in late November, and his injured hamstring actually kept him out of much of the pre-draft process. And he still got selected pretty high because he's, again, when healthy, a really good route runner, great hands, and profiles as somebody that could legitimately be a star at wide receiver, right? But it's been so bad that he, again, we're talking about a hamstring. The hamstring injury has been so bad that it's essentially kept him out of football for the better part of an entire year. And he injured that hamstring again. So I'm not sure, but it doesn't look good. If he missed multiple months trying to get ready for the draft and it got injured again, and we're talking about another month or 2 being missed, I think this will leak into the regular season. I actually would be surprised if we see a hyper-talented kid and a guy with a ton of upside in Jordan Tyson. I think he will miss at least the start of the season. We'll see how long into the regular season it goes. So, yeah, this is a huge loss for a New Orleans team that absolutely needed a second answer opposite of Chris Olave, and they really thought they had somebody in Jordan Tyson. Because, man, let me tell you something. The training camp reports for Jordan Tyson have been, just glowing reports for Jordan Tyson. And for him to get injured at this point in the offseason, I think this is something. Normally, this is nothing double P, but I think for this particular player with this particular injury, I do think it's something.
And that particular upside, too. And him being able to make a big impact right away, it's tough to see. But that was our third of our cover 3 right there. So 3 big topics in the NFL, at least what's going on right now. How about Troy Aikman making the cut today?
Hey, man. Hey, man. Let's keep it going here. Again, there were 3 games on the docket in regards to the NFL preseason. We will talk about those 3 games and what some of the major takeaways were coming up as well. And man, I really had some thoughts here after going through the tape of the Raiders game. I just had more thoughts in regards to Mendoza and the makeup of the Raiders. Want to talk Raiders football here too. NFL preseason and Raiders talk coming up on the backside of the break. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, James Coe. Let's get you we're going to talk football. I love the football music, by the way. That was sick. But let's get you a Dodgers update.
Dodger baseball.
And it seems as if the Dodgers are, I don't know why, man, but I'm watching them play and they just seem more motivated tonight. They seem like they're awake. It seems like they understand the magnitude of today's game because they just seem more on top of it. Because, by the way, a good at-bat from Mookie Betts as he singled, and that drove in Andy Pages. But it was back-to-back-to-back hits here to open for the Dodgers, as it was Pages, Teo, and then Betts. So this is in the bottom of the first. So we will keep an eye on it. It's a 1 run, so it is 1-0, bottom of the first here, with runners on the corners and 2 outs. So again, more updates as they become available. We'll obviously pass those along and share them with you. Really want to focus in here on the NFL preseason. And I also want to give some thoughts on the Raiders here as well. I want to start with this game, Miami versus Washington. And this is a game that I was watching relatively closely and was impressed by Miami's offense. In terms of the opening drive, perfectly executed opening drive from Miami. And why is this important? Well, people are thinking Miami's team, myself included, I think Miami's going to be absolutely terrible. Like, horrendous. I think they're just going to be so bad.
That's terrible.
But that being said, Miami's offense, I'm like, wait, hold up now. Miami's offense looked way better than advertised. 14-play drive. They drove 93 yards. Malik Willis was, just about as perfect as it gets. He was 4 for 5 throwing the football. He had 43 yards. And it was a well-balanced attack too, right? Because Devin Achane had 7 carries for 39 and a touchdown. The big play, the eye-popping play made by a rookie in Caleb Douglas. A Big 12 guy, Double P. In Caleb.
Love that.
Yeah. The rookie Caleb Douglas made a beautiful one-handed grab. Just reached out there, crazy wingspan, crazy catch radius, batted it down to himself with one hand and caught it. Pretty good. And like I said, that was 28 yards of Malik Willis's 43. I thought Malik Willis looked like he was very much in control. The arm strength was on display. And by the way, remember, out of Liberty, the guy had all the tools in the world when he got drafted by Tennessee. It didn't work in Tennessee because Tennessee was a mess. And he wasn't ready. He just wasn't ready. He developed in Green Bay, found himself with some Green Bay expats in Jeff Hafley there in South Beach, and now he's their starter. Guys, I'm telling you, man, I was impressed. I was impressed by this Miami offense. I don't know how many games they're going to win, but I think the offense is in pretty good shape. I think they're moving in the right direction. So, again, it's week 1 of the preseason. They're playing a vanilla defense, all that stuff. I understand. But at the end of the day, in terms of execution, balance, and playmaking, it was all there. So I am more hopeful for Miami's offense today than I was yesterday. I'll say that. On the opposite side, Washington didn't they didn't have any real starters out there, you know what I mean? The one takeaway was that Katron Allen got a ton of work, like a ton. So, again, is he going to be a rookie first of all, he is a rookie out of Penn State. He's their most productive rookie in Penn State history. And you don't just go about doing that, right? Like, not a school that has, Saquon Barkley, Kajana Carter, Larry Johnson. You don't just fall ass backwards into being the rushing leader of the Nittany Lions. That just doesn't just happen. He's a good player, is Kaytron Allen. And the reason I bring this up is, again, Washington has their guys, right? They got their guys. They've got their starters. But will Kaytron Allen make a push? Because we know Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is a really nice young piece, and they signed Rachaad White. But Rachaad White is a little bit older. He's a little one-dimensional. He's mostly good as a pass catcher and not really that much else, especially at this point in his career. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is another really interesting piece, though. Young player, flashed at times for Washington. But don't be surprised if Kaytron Allen, who fell in the draft hard, he went in the 6th round. I had this guy as a top 5 running back prospect last year. And I think he was the running back 9 taken off the board. He fell tremendously in the draft. I thought he was going to be a 3rd round pick, and he ended up going in round 6. He's a good player. He knows how to get to the outside, not so much inside. As a matter of fact, my charting of Kaytron Allen last year, the note that I made was that he was great at getting to the outside. He does an awesome job pressing the hole and then hitting an outside lane. But he was terrible. I mean, truly one of the worst inside runners, between the tackle runners that I charted over the past couple of seasons here. So that being said, man, he made some big plays in between the tackles. And so I do think that's encouraging to see some of that, because he's developed, I think, as a runner between the tackles. And I think that's really, really important. Will the new OC in David Blau, again, will he have some relationship and some bias towards Bill Krosky-Merritt? I don't know. He was there last year, but does he have any tie-ins with Krosky-Merritt? I don't know. Is Kaytron Allen his guy? Is he somebody that David Blau looked at and said, man, get me that guy? Again, these are answers I don't have questions, or these are questions I don't have answers to, but it's at least worth wondering whether or not that is the case. I think Kaytron Allen does have a chance to go out there and make some plays. So, again, though takeaways from Washington were pretty limited, other than Kaytron Allen, none of the starters really played. And for Miami, I thought the takeaway certainly was, hey, man, their offense is going to be a lot better than advertised. So I am excited for them. In another game, it was the Broncos taking on the Falcons. Man, what? LP, man, I just read some of these James Pierce details, bro.
Oh.
And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I am just so... It's shocking that he hasn't been punished more severely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to ask, is it tough for Falcon fans? Which it is, but it's also tough in the aspect of, like, how did that guy only get suspended 8 games, not even half the season?
Yeah, that's nuts to me.
And he's allowed to participate in everything up until August 30th.
Which is nuts. I don't understand, right? Like the charges that he was facing, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. By the way, when I talk about him, again, using his car as a battering ram, I mean, dude, when police came, he ended up running from them, right? So, like, he was charged with fleeing and eluding police, resisting arrest with violence. It's crazy. This is crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand how this guy's not doing jail time. I don't understand how he got suspended 8 games. It's wild. Again, he's trying to avoid arrest. He's running from police. He's ramming the car of his girlfriend as she is saying, I need to go to police. I fear for my safety. I'm going to the police. He goes out there and starts ramming her car. The hell, bro? That's nuts. Jackson, again, his girlfriend in a statement said, I was afraid for my life. I was afraid. She said, James has threatened to kill me. James has threatened to harm me. James has threatened to injure me. James has threatened to place a bag over my head. And James has verbally and physically abused me. Imagine if you're her and you're like, okay, so I make this statement. He rams my car. You have all the evidence that this all happened. He's running from police. And he does 0 jail time. The hell? And then you go turn around, you see the NFL suspends him for 8 games, man. That is nuts. That's crazy. So, man, I don't know what's going on there, but I am, like I said, I'm shocked. I truly am shocked that the NFL looked at those details and said, yep, 8 games, just 2 more than the minimum. The minimum is 6. We're going to give you 2 more than the minimum. That's nuts to me. How do you look at these details and say, yeah, all right, cool. We're basically going to give you the minimum. Just a little bit extra. It's so inconsistent, the suspensions. The suspensions are so unbelievably inconsistent. By the way, dude, you'll get... this is less than if you pop for a PED. If you take the juice, you might get more than what Pierce got for attacking his girlfriend and then running from police. How in the world does that make sense? Unbelievably inconsistent from Roger Goodell. He needs to give this up. He needs to give up adjudicating domestic violence because none of it is good. Denver taking on Atlanta. And again, not a ton to take away. And really, again, Denver didn't play any starters. Atlanta didn't play. Well, maybe they played a starter. Tua Tagovailoa started. He was terrible, as per usual. So that's not a surprise. Why Atlanta saw Tua Tagovailoa last year in Miami, and he was truly, honestly, I don't care how you break it down. It could be film, it can be numbers, it could be stats, it can be anything it could be results, it can be anything you want. Tua was truly, honestly, one of the 3 worst quarterbacks in the NFL last year. He was honestly just awful, flat out awful. And Atlanta saw that and said, yep, bring him in. Bring him in, y'all. We need Tua Tagovailoa. But the other thing, too, it'd be one thing if, like, Tua sold seats, you know? Like, if Tua was brought in, like, Aaron Rodgers at this point is a below NFL average quarterback, right? But, dude, he puts butts in seats, man. I mean, look at the TV schedule. The Steelers have a bunch of primetime games, and they're most likely not going to be very good.
Well, to put butts in seats, the Falcons did go get Cooper Rush, too.
There it is.
I mean...
Go get Cooper Rush, baby.
He looked really good today. Threw 2 picks.
No, he was horrendous, dude. 7 of 19, 62 yards, 2 picks, no touchdowns. Cooper Rush, y'all. Again, by the way, we're talking about a guy that averaged 3.3 yards per attempt. Horrible. Horrible. That number needs to be around 8. He was at 3.3. Absolutely insane. Bijan Robinson got 2 carries for 6 yards. I don't think he was really trying at all. Zach Branch out of USC got 1 carry for 3 yards. I think they threw him the ball a couple of times too. They did. 2 catches for 6 yards. What? Zach Branch had 3 touches for all of 9 yards. 3 touches for 9 yards for Zach Branch. Dude, Atlanta needs to re-examine what they're doing offensively. This team has too much talent to be this bad. And like I said, it's not as if they were playing a bunch of starters, but some starters did play. So, excuse me, I misspoke. I thought it was Bijan Robinson. It was Brian Robinson. So I was confused by that. I was like, I don't believe I saw Bijan. And no, he didn't play. It was Brian Robinson with 2 carries for 6.
Yeah, keep an eye on that when you're drafting fantasy.
I know, right? Give me B. Robinson in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'll take that guy.
Might want to click on the name before you click draft.
Oh, boy. That's a great call, man. That is a great call. Cortland Sutton on the other side, he looked pretty good. 3 catches for 60. One name that has been popping up in training camp, and they've been talking this dude up a bit, is Pat Bryant. So keep an eye on Pat Bryant. He did have a catch for 15 yards. I think he's going to be battling Troy Franklin for that, wide receiver 3 spot. Remember, no Jalen Waddle. He's working through an injury here as well. Again, if we're talking about fantasy football, one of the players that I absolutely love and feel like I got to go and get is Jalen Waddle. He's coming with a really good price tag. His ADP is not that high. I think he's going outside the top 50 picks right now. So somewhere in round 5 or 6, Jalen Waddle is sitting there. Maybe late 4th if somebody's aggressive for Jalen Waddle. But he's another name, man, that I am incredibly high on. Crazy high on Jalen Waddle. So I think incredible value, just a name that I like in fantasy. We're going to do a lot of fantasy takes. That's coming up later in the show as well. But we do got to step away. When we come back, I want to talk about this effort from the NFL to try to bring in female fans and why it just feels kind of icky and gross. We'll talk about it. And by the way, it relates to the Chargers. It relates to Justin Herbert, and it relates to Madison Beer. Those details coming up next on the James Coe Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is. I need those mashups, man. These mashups hit. A little Kendrick, a little Vin. Kendrick and Vin going crazy on the James Coe Show. Hell yeah, let's go. We're in the middle of the third inning. The Dodgers lead by 1-2. And Yamamoto, man, he's dealing, bro. Yamamoto's dealing. He's only given up 1 hit and 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. Yamamoto is dealing. I want to share the story about the NFL and a very they're targeting women, like marketing to women, right? Everyone has seen that viral video of Madison Beer stroking the hair of Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow was also pictured with his girlfriend, Olivia Ponton. I don't know who that is.
Ponton, yeah.
Ponton? Okay. Jackson Dart has his girlfriend, Marissa Ayers. And listen, like, these are beautiful people hanging out with other beautiful people. You know? Like, okay, I get it. Like, and I understand why. I mean, we were like Madison Beer and Justin Herbert, especially because Madison Beer is a pop star. She's talented in her own right. So she's not just some random, IG model or something. Okay. No shade to the random IG models, I guess. Or maybe there is a little bit of shade. I don't know, dude. Listen. Can I just say there's a 0.0% chance some random IG model is listening to the James Coe Show. I don't appeal to the random IG model. Okay. I'm glad I got that out the way.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, but I mean, look, Madison Beer's talented. She's, and so, she's a good-looking person, and Justin Herbert, tall, he's got the hair going and everything. Like, Madison Beer stroking his hair and everything. It goes crazy. Like, it went crazy viral, right? Like, it went crazy viral across all platforms, right? Like, we had celebrity mags talking about it. We had the sports people talking about it. It was so mega viral that we were talking about this show. We were making fun of it. Like, in a good way. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm Justin Herbert. I make millions and millions of dollars. Madison Beer's my fiance, and she's completely in love with me. But, again, and it's like, oh, he's got great hair, too. Like, okay, come on, man. Like, when does karma kick in, dude? Maybe that's why he stinks in the postseason. Like, that's just karma's way of saying, all right, man, chill out, dude. Okay, just chill. You're tall. You make a bunch of money. You got great hair, and you're dating Madison Beer. Just chill out, okay? We're going to make you, karma's like, all right, man, you're going to throw a couple picks in the postseason, bro. But apparently, per reporting from Front Office Sports and FOS reporter Ellen Briggs, according to her report, quote, the viral canoodling that is part of a larger content campaign, a source close to the NFL told Front Office Sports. So I'm not saying they're manufactured, but they're not manufactured. So it makes you really question, like, okay, well, how did they get that video of Madison Beer? How did they get that video of Olivia Ponton? How did they get that video of Jackson Dart and Marissa Ayers? Was that a random fan? Was it someone, or did someone from the league office tell someone from those respective teams' PR staffs, hey, man, make sure you get that video. Make sure you get that video, and make sure that video seems authentic, meaning don't put a camera super close in their face. It has to be TMZ style. It has to be TMZ style where it's a little grainy. you have to like zoom in on it to see it clearly, right? Like make sure it's is that the league office doing that? Or is that the league? I don't want to say league office, but like, is that the league social strategy? So like, again, they're there for legitimate reasons, are these wags, but is the video and content contrived? And that's what makes it start feeling a little, It makes it feel a little icky, man. Right? And at the head of this is a fellow by the name of Ian Trombetta. He's the NFL's senior VP of social and influencer marketing. And he told Front Office Sports this, quote, "The content is authentic, genuine, and relatable, and that's resonated strongly with women and young fans who are a key growth audience for the NFL." So they are specifically targeting women with this kind of content. And listen, this guy knows what he's doing, by the way, too. He's been with the NFL for 7 years, but before the NFL, he was the VP of marketing at Activision Blizzard, huge video game company. And before that, he was the head of marketing for Red Bull US. So the guy knows what he's doing. The guy has been in the game for a long time. The guy has worked with some incredibly successful brands. Man, the NFL also told FOS it has been, quote, scaling up its female-focused content. Like I said, it just, double P, like, I'm not wrong here, right? Like, it feels a little icky that a mega corporation like the NFL's like, this is how you get women. We're going to get these quote-unquote, like, TMZ style intimate moments with celebrities and quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They're specifically targeting women with this strategy.
Yeah. And like ones who are very well known too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And also the whole like,
because by the way, it's not a defensive end.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's quarterbacks.
It's the quarterbacks. That's what I mean. It's like these couples are becoming like the most popular couples like in the country.
Basically,
right now. I mean, that's really what it is.
They saw Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and said, okay, this is Travis Kelce's last year, but we got to keep the money train going. We have to keep this social media stuff going. And it's not Taylor Swift, but you know what? It's going to be Madison Beer.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It doesn't, like I said, it just feels a little gross.
They also haven't asked them if Madison Beer like wants to, hey, do you want to take on this role?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it feels just a little gross, like, hey, the NFL's like, you know what? We need to engage female fans, so you know what? Let's go and get this kind of content. I don't know, man. Just feels a little gross. I've got some more stats, and I've got some more thoughts on this. That's coming up after the break. You're listening to The James Coe Show. We'll be right back. Yo, 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 what's cracking, everybody? James Coe here with you. Man, Yamamoto is dealing right now. Yamamoto's going crazy. Yoshi Yamamoto, ladies and gentlemen. 3 1/3. He's still pitching in the fourth here, but 3 1/3, 7 strikeouts, and just 1 hit. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's dealing. Okay, I wanted to finish my thoughts here on this marketing push by the NFL targeting women in general and really trying to market the league towards women. And again, for me, it just feels a little icky. I mean, and to be honest, it feels a little demeaning as well that the NFL says, you know what? The way that we're going to bring in female fans is by showing off quarterbacks and their girlfriends and wives. That's what we're going to do. And also, by the way, actually, it's not wives. It is girlfriends and fiancés. Why? Because they are really trying to feed people, young people, right? So, listen, it's not going to be, it's not going to be one of the older quarterbacks in the league, It's going to be someone young and with an influencer or celebrity girlfriend who is famous. So, yeah, it just, like I said, it feels a little gross. It feels a little demeaning that the NFL says, well, this is how you get female fans by, again, appealing to like the lowest common denominator, and that is TMZ style celebrity. It feels, like I said, that's how the league views female fans. And again, let me just give you some stats here. When Justin Herbert and Madison Beer got engaged, the NFL shared Madison Beer's photos of the proposal to its own Instagram account. And as Front Office Sports reports, that post got 500,000 likes. According to Front Office Sports, they cite a digital analytics site called Social Blade. And Social Blade reports that interaction is 10 times more than the average NFL Instagram post usually gets. So it's not just, so in the NFL's defense, does it feel demeaning? Does it feel like the lowest common denominator? Does it feel, a little, like I said, a little sketchy? Yes, but to be fair to the NFL, apparently it's working. Like, this is the social strategy, and sadly, this social strategy works. Here's a crazy stat. Absolutely insane stat that Front Office Sports put out in regards to the NFL's engagement with women. Okay? For the Chiefs specifically, well, let me start here. Women currently make up 46% of the total fan base, that according to the league. I think that's incredibly high and a super generous number. I have a lot of difficulty believing that only 54% of the fan base is men. I have... That number is so low, I'm like 99% sure that this was some like legitimately crazy accounting. I don't know how they got to that 46% of their fans are women number, but it's such an outrageously large percentage that I'm just going to go ahead and say it's fake. Like, I'm sure they got to the number legitimate ways, but man, it's like some kind of weird, like I said, some weird accounting. Like, just on its face, there's just no way that's true. But okay, we'll go with it. Let's just go with it. I have my doubts. I keep it a buck with y'all. I'm going to say there's almost a 0% chance that is true. I'll say there's a 1% chance that is true. You're telling me that on Sunday morning, when people are firing up Red Zone and like their morning games and all this stuff, you're telling me that only 54% of the total fans are men? Like I said, man, I don't know how we're getting to that number, too. That doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay. Okay. So, again, the league says 46% of the total fan base is women. For the Chiefs specifically, women accounted for more than half of the team's total fan base. After Taylor Swift arrived, 57% of the Chiefs fan base is women. 57% of the Chiefs fan base are women after Taylor Swift arrived. That is an absolutely ridiculous number, y'all. So, again, more than half of the fans of the Chiefs are women. I can't even wrap my mind around that figure. I just said 46% of the total NFL being women is most likely a made-up number. 57% of the fan base being women for the Chiefs is pretty crazy. That's a crazy number. And again, this goes back to, man, when you find out that there's an algorithm and that you're part of the algorithm and that you feed into the algorithm, you just feel so much less human. But apparently the algorithm is a thing, and the algorithm is absolutely working. Because apparently this celebrity approach and this, like, you know, starting quarterback cheerleader type of vibe, apparently it works really well. And that's sad. This is research published by USC Annenberg and Acceleration Community of Companies. So basically USC Annenberg. They published a report in July that showed approximately half, 49%, of Gen Z consumers become interested in a new sport or athlete because of viral online content that is entirely outside of the sport, like an athlete's relationship. So 49% of Gen Z fans become interested in a sport not because of the sport, but because of things that are outside of the sport. Maybe it's fashion. Maybe it's, again, their relationship with a pop star. But it is, again, an athlete's relationship can drive this number. So, like I said, Swifties becoming fans of the NFL, apparently it works. 50% of Gen Z fans become a fan of the sport because of non-sports reasons. That, and again, it just makes me lose faith in humanity. It makes me feel bad. Why do algorithms work, bro? But like this is absolutely an algorithm move. And it just makes me feel dehumanized to a degree because it works. It works. They show you pictures of Madison Beer and Justin Herbert, and guess what? Justin Herbert has some fans, and guess what? Those fans end up being NFL fans. This works, according to USC Annenberg. The NFL looked at the algorithm and said, all right, cool. Women want this content? All right, we're going to feed it to you. And instead of it being, you know, like debase or like dehumanizing, it works. That's the sad part, is that it works. I just feel bad. Like, I don't know. I know that it works and that, okay, cool, like this is why the NFL is doing it, but dude, it makes me feel sad for me and it makes me feel sad for the human race, dude. I don't know, man. That sucks. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There you go. David 100 says, random IG model girl, call James Coe if you're listening or seeing this message. There's no random IG girl, man. There's no random IG girl, dude. It's crazy. That's calling into this show. Absolutely no chance. No chance. But I appreciate everyone in the YouTube chat. If you guys do want to call in, you don't have to be an IG model, okay? If you are, bonus points. But if you want to call in, it's 855-97-LA-FAN. It's 855-97-LA-FAN. As a matter of fact, if you are a random IG model, I'll even let you promote your IG page.
Wow.
Just so I can figure out why in the hell you are listening to this show. I need that intellectual research, bro. Like, I need it. I need to know. My curious brain needs to know. So I will let you promote your IG page if you jump on and call. 855-97-LA-FAN, 855-97-LA-FAN. But the thing is, I can make these kind of statements because it's never going to come true, Double P. There's no random IG model out there listening. Literally zero.
No.
It's impossible.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance.
But that's a good offer you had, though.
Yeah.
You call in.
Why not?
If you want to promote your...
your handle?
Yeah.
Come on in.
Pick up a couple followers?
Yeah. Let us know. By the way, if you're listening to it on the YouTube side, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Like and subscribe. That would be very helpful for us and very helpful for me. If you could do that, that'd be wonderful. Anyways, okay, let's transition to baseball and get you a double play of headlines on 643.
We'll be with you as soon as Leonard hits into a 6-4-3.
Ground ball to short. Vargas. Chavis. Smith. A huge 6-4-3 double play. It's time for the 6-4-3.
All right, Double P, hit me with the double play of headlines. What you got, pal?
All right, well, for the double play of headlines, we're going to start with a double play of two guys who have just been absolutely terrible.
Okay.
Just terrible. Okay, and with no context right now, let me just play this for you and see what you think, okay?
All right.
In the air to left center and will hit. Gone!
All right, you know what that was?
It sounds like a home run.
Well, yeah, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
That was a home run from Vladdy Jr.
Oh, wow.
Of the Blue Jays. From exactly 365 days ago.
Oh, 365?
365 days ago.
Oh,
that
my.
Equals what?
What? That's 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
Okay,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Why do I play that today?
Yes.
Well, that was the last home run that Vlad hit at Rogers Center.
No
at
way.
Home. We
No
talk
way.
about the Kyle Tucker home struggles.
Wow.
The 6-time All-Star, home run derby champ, 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner.
Right.
Vladdy Jr. hasn't homered in front of his home fans in over a year.
That is a crazy stat. I knew that he was struggling hard this year.
Yeah.
I did not know it was that bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. He's got 7 home runs on the year.
Yes.
And was this one his 8th? Was that from today?
No, that was the one from a year ago.
Oh, that's right. But I'm saying, did he hit one today?
Nope.
He still hasn't hit one?
Make it 360. Well, no, 365. It'd be 365.
Moly.
Yes. So no one can say he's been hurt. He's played 114, 124 games this year.
Exactly.
Over 400 at-bats. I mean, come on.
He's got 7 home runs on the season.
All on the road.
That's wow. That's unbelievable.
It's insane.
And it's not as if he's not. I mean, again, like the contact and stuff. It's still he's still hitting 262.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's doing the whole like Kyle Tucker hitting sub 200 at home type of. He's
Exactly.
still playing decent baseball, at least making contact.
Yeah.
The power outage is just inexplicable. I don't understand that. We're 2 years removed from him in 30 home runs. He hit 48 home runs in 2021. That seems like a million years ago.
Power outage, man.
Yeah, I don't get what's happening.
Someone's got to call Spectrum.
I mean, it's one of the... And the crazy thing was, too, he was 22 years old in 2021. And he had honestly, one of the best seasons of all in, like, Toronto baseball history.
Yep.
123 runs scored, 48 jacks, 111 RBIs, all while hitting .311 with a 401 on-base percentage and a 1.002 OPS. I mean, truly special stuff at the age of 22. Double P. That's crazy. We were thinking, oh my goodness gracious, we are witnessing potentially one of the greatest hitters in Major League Baseball history, and it just has not gotten to that point. So I don't know. I just don't understand what has happened. But him hitting 7 home runs through 114 games played, that is, you would have never in a million years guessed that back in 2021.
That's terrible.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And another guy, very similar, even worse of a drop-off, if you can imagine, is Cal Raleigh. Had 60 home runs. Now, I'm not gonna play any Cal Raleigh highlights here, but he had 60 home runs last season.
I don't know how.
Right now, he has 51 hits.
Wow.
That's incredible. 60 home runs last year.
What a stat.
125
What a
RBIs.
stat.
12 home runs this year, just 43 RBIs. And the batting average, do I even mention it? Oh, my goodness. 247 to 159 this year.
He's hitting 159, y'all. Oh, my gosh. And by the way, man, like, for him to do 60 jacks, 125 RBIs, and hit, 247 or whatever from the catcher spot.
Yes. From both sides, he's switch hitting.
Is insane.
Yes.
It's insane production because almost no Major League Baseball team gets this kind of production from their catcher.
And, we're not sitting here, like, asking him to repeat what he did last season. Like, we're not trying to say, hey, why don't you go ahead and hit at least 50 of 60 more this season?
Yeah, right. No.
The 3 seasons before he hit 60, 27, 30, and 34 jacks.
Right.
All 3 of those years. Just give me something like that.
I mean, and that's the thing. He's been the most consistent power hitter, especially at the catcher position. But he's been, again, find me another catcher who's giving you an average of, on an average season, giving you 30 jacks.
Yes.
It's hard to find. It's incredibly hard to find. So, again, 27, 30, 34, and then 60. You were thinking, okay, for 4 consecutive years, we're talking about a guy that could really just lift the ball out of there. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but in 2026, he has fallen off the map. So I'm confused. I have to think that I don't know, man. Again, I don't watch a ton of Mariners baseball.
Yeah.
But I have to think there's some undisclosed injury involved because you just don't fall off this hard, this fast, especially after just 4 consecutive seasons of showing that you do have tremendous power at the dish.
Yeah, and he's only played 88 games this year. You did mention the injury thing, but I mean, no, he's been back long enough. 159 average. He's proved that he's just not the same Cal Raleigh at all, and it's just crazy to see. So yeah, Vlad Jr., Cal Raleigh, yikes. That's the first of our double play. The second, Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs today hit a home run.
Yeah.
People hit home runs all the time. Yeah,
sure.
Yippee. 21 home runs for him on the year. But that marks this MLB season is the first season ever where we've had 4 different Japanese-born players have 20 or more home runs.
Interesting.
How crazy is that?
That's interesting.
So we've had, of course, Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, obviously.
LA's very own.
Yes.
Munetake Murakami of the White Sox. Kazuma Okamoto of the Blue Jays. And now Seiya Suzuki, who hit his 21st today.
Wow.
How crazy is that, man?
By the way, this guy has also been a really solid contributor from a power perspective as well. We're talking, in 2023 he had 20, then 21, then 32 last year, and now he's sitting at 20. And he might finish the season with 30.
Yeah.
Right? So pretty good.
It's been something that we've seen this before from Seiya Suzuki, of course, of the Cubs. But having the additions now in the majors of Murakami and Okamoto for the Blue Jays, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
The power that the Japanese are bringing over is insane. Think about the World Baseball Classic now, and you got to play
Right.
Team Japan. Uh-oh.
Right. Well, and the reason this is kind of a big deal is because Japanese players aren't really known for power.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So that is interesting. That's a good stat. Let me say this about last thing I'll say about Suzuki, and we can move on.
Okay.
The fact that this guy has been like metronomic in terms of his OPS, 842 OPS, 848, 804, and now he's got 838. I mean, you talk about consistency. This guy is it. You know?
Yeah.
So, and by the way, he's doing this at age 31, too. He's aging very gracefully.
Yes. Oh, without question. Oh, my goodness. All right. I got a bonus one for us.
Oh.
And this one is just a big one to watch out for in the Brewers-Dodgers series. No stats or anything, but Uribe, who was a relief pitcher, or is actually the setup guy for for Milwaukee.
Yes.
He had a run going of 21 consecutive scoreless outings dating back to June 20th, and we didn't see him last night because he's been out now for the Brewers. He's placed on the IL, so now he won't be the setup guy for the Brewers. So who do they go to in the 7th, 8th innings? We'll see, but it's definitely, when you get into the bullpens for Milwaukee now a bit shaky without Uribe, who was throwing like 100. So having him as a setup guy, and when the Brewers had the lead going into the 8th inning, it was almost over because you got to deal with Uribe and McGill in the 8th and 9th. Now you have a chance in the 8th. And then maybe in the 9th as well. But, yeah, it's something to look out for.
All right. Well, okay. So here's the thing. We got a Dodgers update here for you.
Dodger baseball.
It's not the best. It's also not the end of the world. But the Brewers did tack one on. So they finally cracked the case of Yamamoto.
Oh, come on!
It's the top of the 5th. And Yamamoto basically got in trouble when he gave up a double, a leadoff double. And that got him into a little bit of trouble. Ultimately, it was a sacrifice fly that scored Lara there to make it 1-1 in the top half of the 5th. Again, especially at home, the Dodgers have really struggled offensively, but they are going to need a ton more run support. Listen, don't leave your guy Yoshi Yamamoto out to dry, man.
No.
This is a good outing. He gave up a run here, but we'll see. And we'll see how the rest of the 5th inning goes here. But this is a really, really strong outing here for Yoshi Yamamoto. He already has 7 strikeouts through 4 1/3. So pretty good. His pitch count is up to 80. So I think he's got 1 inning left, if that. So we'll see.
What? 80?
He's at 80. I do think he's got an inning left, though. So
does the only one who get run support around here, is that Eric Lauer? Is that
I think so.
Oh, my goodness.
I think so.
That needs to change.
That does need to change. So, yeah, this is it's getting into a little bit of scary time here, but we'll see. And you, by the way, you expect nothing less when the Dodgers are playing the Brewers.
Yep.
These two teams have a bit of history, and obviously they're really fighting for stuff this year as well. A 2-game lead from the Brewers over the Dodgers for the top seed in the NL. The Brewers right now are 1, Braves at 2, and Dodgers at 3. So this is one of the most important series for the Dodgers, and it's a 4-game set, not a 3-game set, a 4-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers over the next few days here. So again, we will see. We'll see what's going on here. That was your cover. Excuse me, your 643. You know what? Let's step away. When we come back, it is more of the James Koh Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Dre and Vin?
Are you kidding me?
Two LA legends? Hell yeah. It needs to be in the rotation, and let me explain why. This song got huge when I started going to college, and it is still a song. There are songs that whenever they come on, doesn't matter how often you've heard them, that you crank the radio, you know? And that is the song for me.
Yeah, like Circles.
Like Circles. Listen, pal. And the funny thing is, I'm about to make fun of Circles, which I think was, it was a huge commercial success. But Circles does not hold a candle to to Dr. Dre's Still Dre. What? It doesn't. And listen, and it's a great song. Dude, are you telling me that Circles is the greatest Post Malone song?
No, that's not what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But when it comes on the radio, because it does come on the radio.
Okay.
You know, it's not like 92 Explorer comes on the radio.
It doesn't.
But we love it.
I know.
So, no, I'm not saying it's the best song.
I'm going to make the case that 92 Explorer is the best Post Malone song.
I like that.
It's a little bit of everything from Posty, you know? I don't know. Oh, man, let's get you a Dodger baseball update.
Dodger baseball.
Well, we said that the Dodgers need to give Yoshi Yamamoto a little bit of a lift, and you know who did it? The guy that I was making fun of at the beginning of the show, and Andy Paez. I don't believe that Andy Paez has challenged a call tonight. And for good reason, because he's terrible at it. But Andy Paez has lifted the Dodgers with a solo shot of his own, making the score in the bottom of the fifth 2-1. And by the way, through 5 innings, Yoshi Yamamoto is dealing, man. He's got 8 strikeouts and, again, has only given up this 1 run thus far, which is great.
I have a stat for you.
Hit me.
All right, so I got bad news for myself.
Okay.
But Dr. Dre,
Yes.
it's not publicly disclosed how much he made on the song.
Yes.
You know, but it's over 200 million. You know,
Okay.
on one song. You
Yeah.
know, Still Dre.
Yeah.
Posty on Circles, about 10 to 15 million. Still cashed out, though. He's still cashed out, though.
Oh, listen, like I said, it's a great song. It's a great song. It just doesn't hold a candle to Dr. Dre's Still Dre. And dude, I'm telling you, in LA, you could not get away from this song. It was everywhere. It was at the supermarket. It was at the movie theater. It was at dances. It was at weddings. Obviously it was at the club, but it was everywhere. This was back when I actually went to clubs. But now I'm just a complete old fart. But no, listen, there was nowhere that song wasn't playing. I mean, it was the biggest song because it marked a huge, not only comeback for Dre, but it also marked a huge comeback for LA. It was a very LA song. It was very LA coded. And man, it marked the return of like the hip hop scene in LA specifically. It was huge here. It was insanely huge. And it doesn't matter. Whenever I hear that song, it's just like, I'm cranking it. I'm cranking that thing.
Okay. Anything else that you're cranking now or no?
Yeah, 92 Explorer, dude. There's people at home listening and be like, what is these guys' obsession with 92 Explorer? Hey, listen, bro, fire that. If you fire that up, you will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, without question.
You know? Come on, man.
Can't play it on the radio, but yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, you can't play it on the radio. Okay, while we're on this topic of what is the quintessential number one Posty song for you, Double P? And I know this is a hard question because you literally love every song that he's ever made.
Yeah, the guy's never made a bad song.
Okay, relax. He's made a lot of bad songs. I love Post Malone. Post Malone has made a lot of bad songs. A lot.
That's how dare you?
Okay. All right.
Name one.
I'm not going to do that to you or to Post because I respect Post too much. But give me the number one song in the Double P Pantheon.
Okay, my number one
Yeah.
is, like, it's not even close how many times I've played it compared to the other ones.
Okay.
It's called Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Okay, now it's a single.
Yep,
I know you don't know it.
I don't know this one.
Yep. So,
Tommy Lee?
Yes, and
Okay.
you know what? I went to my first Post Malone concert in Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
Years ago, like
There
6
it
years
is.
ago.
Okay.
Well, longer than that, probably.
So this is over at the Big A or somewhere else?
Across the street at the Honda Center.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sold the place out like he always does.
As always, yes.
As always. So he was performing there. He had an opener named Tyler Yahweh.
Okay.
Tyler spelled Tyla. Tyler Yahweh. And Tyler Yahweh was the greatest thing I've ever seen. He
Wait,
was
what?
amazing. Sometimes these openers are just unbelievable.
Right.
Anyway, Posty and Tyler Yahweh make this song called Tommy Lee, and it was just one of the best things I've ever heard.
Okay, so it was performed to perfection.
Perfection.
Okay.
And Tyler Yahweh had Posty on with him, so it was technically a Posty feature. But I mean, Posty really runs those songs because they're buddies apparently.
Oh, okay.
So it's really, I guess, a Tyler Yahweh song with a Posty feature. But I mean, it's the greatest song that I think Post Malone is on.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just amazing.
There you go.
That and I mean, congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Of course. Of course. That's an anthem.
Yeah.
That's an anthem. Okay. So, back to it here. Like, where am I on the rundown here? Actually, dude, okay, I can't even get into the thing that I was going to get into. We're actually up on it.
Gosh, I know. Yeah, Posty.
That's amazing. Incredible. I can't believe we just crushed the entire segment talking about nothing.
That's why I just love this. People have to love hearing some of this stuff. We have a great
This
time.
is so stupid. What a dumb sports talk show this is. Okay, let's step away. When we come back, we will hear from Joe Burrow and give you an update on the LSU drama between LSU and Jaden Daniels. That's coming up next right here on the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Wow, we are reaching into the Wayback Machine. We're going Tupac now. Wow. Man, what you know about Tupac, bro? Oh, yeah. There you go. Give that to me.
Is that not as good or what?
Oh, no, it is. That hits.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits. That does hit. We got a great game actually going on between the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Speaking of, Dodgers lead right now 2-1. As we are in the home half of the sixth inning, it looks like, at least visually, that Yamamoto is now done. So we'll see where they go.
Oh, come on!
Do the Dodgers, but unbelievable game.
Trumpets?
Oh. Trumpets, you think?
No, I've got it.
No, there's no way. There's absolutely no chance in hell. That being said, I was just about to extol the virtues of Milwaukee pitcher Robert Gasser as well, because he has had a really good game. But as I was just about to do that, my boy, Tommy Tank Hyunsu Edman, my boy, solo shot to push that lead to 2 and push across a much-needed insurance run. So now, bottom of the sixth, it's 3-1. And what could possibly go wrong, guys? Yamamoto's likely done. We're going to go with the 7th, 8th, and 9th. What could possibly go wrong, everyone? I don't know about you, but I feel extremely confident right now, actually. Oh my gosh. Before we get into, hey, you want to share that a little story that
that was so good. Well,
Okay.
they got out of the car, so they're not listening anymore. But
yeah, that's fine.
my girlfriend was going out with. By the way, she's going out with her friends tonight.
Wow.
Totally canceled on me like an hour ago.
Wow.
Yeah, got that during the show.
Her man's working.
Cancel on her mans. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Cancels on the man's and goes out with the friends.
You can't even get pizza with me after? I mean,
Come
what
on!
is this? Come on, man. It must be 2026.
What's happening here?
So they get in an Uber to go out somewhere.
Yeah.
Who knows where they're going out?
Okay.
They get in the Uber. The guy's listening to us.
Hell yeah.
Listening to us talk
Hell
about
yeah.
Post Malone. And all of her, she just keeps texting me. She said all of her friends were just freaking out.
That is so funny.
It's so good. Can't make it up.
Well, it's really good too, by the way, because again, you're not in every, rant and raving. I'm like over here ranting and raving for 4 hours. I was like, good timing though.
Yeah, great. Hopefully, if the Uber guy's still listening, I wish she would give me the Uber guy's name.
I know, right?
If he's still got the dial on, then shout out to you.
Hey, listen, and by the way, you'll figure this out here. It's like you just had a affair with a bunch of girls.
Yeah, well, hopefully they were all girls.
Oh, okay. That's a good point, actually. Wait a second.
Let's let the Uber driver call in and let us know the demographic.
Yeah, confirm the participants in your recent fair. No. So obviously, I'm assuming he will know who it was.
Of course.
But if the Uber driver is listening, shout out to you, brother.
Without question.
Shout out to you.
Thank you for dropping my girlfriend off safely.
Yes, correct. Which is great. Which is lovely. Okay, so, we were talking about the LSU, I'm using air quotes here, the scandal. Jaden Daniels is getting absolutely dragged online right now. Somebody made an AI video of Sesame Street singing the number of the day, and the number of the day is 5, and somebody took that video, like the legitimate Sesame Street video, and used AI to then have Jaden Daniels show up while they are singing, and then Jaden Daniels is swinging on a bunch of Sesame Street characters. They're like legit fighting. Amazing. I want you guys to go find this video. It's unreal. I mean, they're talking about how Cinco de Mayo is being sent a cease and desist letter.
Oh, no.
Jaden's getting absolutely dragged because everyone's reaction is basically the same as mine. Like, hey, bro, you had an unbelievable season at LSU, but it was one season. And yeah, it was crazy good. Like crazy good. More than 5,000 total yards. I believe he had more than 50. Yeah, he had more than 50 touchdowns. Crazy. Insane. Won the Heisman. Cool. But you didn't win a national title. They didn't retire the number. And they owe you nothing. They owe you absolutely nothing. You played there for 1 year. It's crazy. Insane. Like, what are we talking about? Why do you feel like your number 5 just should be unofficially retired there? Holy hell, man. Like, it's insane. And dude, look, we were talking about how the sad thing is it's most likely not even Jayden Daniels. Most likely it's the moms. Like, Jayden Daniels is 25 years old. He's a multimillionaire, one of the bright young stars of the NFL. I promise you, there is no chance in hell he's stressed about this number, dog. Like, ain't no way. And this is how the story goes. Basically, LSU called, and they asked if Jayden would be okay with the number. This was under Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly called Jayden Daniels, and I'm assuming his mom, and said, hey, we want to give this young cornerback the number 5. We promised him that he could wear the number 5. And Jayden Daniels' camp said, no, we're not going to give you that okay. First of all, like, the audacity to say no. Your jersey number's not retired, dude. I mean, listen, this is different because, old man Matt Leinart said, would he release his number at any point? He's like, oh, hell no. Absolutely not. But his number was retired. That's different. That's different. He's a Heisman Trophy national championship winning player who played his entire career at USC. He had at the time just a number of USC records. That's not Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels was at ASU for 3 years. What are we talking about? It's crazy that transfer portal guys feel like they are owed something. This is becoming quickly a transactional business. You get NIL, you play, and then you leave. And when you get paid the NIL, that's it. That's your entire transaction. That's it. Now, if you're lucky enough to never transfer and play 3 to 4 years at the exact same school, okay, then we can talk. Then we can talk. You've got, in my opinion, if you don't want someone to wear your number, and by the way, this is the stupidest, lowest hanging conversation ever. Why would anyone be this sensitive to somebody wearing their dang number? Okay? But okay, if we're going to be babies about this, and we have to legislate babies, because apparently we do, Jayden Daniels and his camp are just acting like completely unfiltered babies. Like, it's insane. But if we're going to be babies about this, let's create some ground rules, right? You have to win the Heisman. You have to win the national championship. And you have to be at the school for a minimum of 2 years, but probably 3 would be better. But I'll say 2 years because sometimes legitimately there are JUCO transfers or whatever. Now the transfer portal is open every year, but you stayed there for 2 seasons. And if you stayed there for 2 seasons, by the way, that means you weren't at another school for longer. Does that make sense? Right? So you were at most, you were splitting time between these 2 schools. So again, those are the ground rules. Heisman, Natty, 2 years minimum. These are the requirements. I mean, I can't believe I even have to say this. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. That being said, they asked Joe Burrow, also former LSU quarterback, they asked Joe Burrow about what he thought of this number controversy. This is what he said.
I just heard about it a couple hours ago. I don't necessarily have too many thoughts at this time. I don't know enough about the situation to have any thoughts, I would say.
Has there ever been a conversation about the number not being reissued? Like, you ever thought about that? Like, since you left, like, they haven't used 9? Like,
yeah, they told me that they wouldn't use it again, but you know, you never know. You never know what happens.
And by the way, this is somebody who played, again, he's a transfer, but, you know, he played a couple of years at LSU. He won a Heisman. He won a national championship. And they didn't retire his jersey. And he sounds much more, by the way, he has more stake of a claim to say they should retire his jersey or that his number shouldn't be used at LSU. But even when you listen to that, it almost sounds like he doesn't care. Right. And by the way, like, I go back to, I don't think Jaden Daniels actually cares. I think it's his mom agent that cares. I cannot imagine a 25-year-old athlete who is, again, one of the great young players, exciting young players I can't imagine this player telling a law firm, I need you to send a cease and desist. Like, does Jaden Daniels even know what a cease and desist is? There's no way that's him. I actually want to break this down more because it's so outrageous and the memes are so good. All right, stick with us. We'll be right back. Yo, what's cracking, everybody? James Coe here with you. Last hour of the show. Beautiful, beautiful Friday evening. I hope everyone's having a grand old time. I hope Peyton's girlfriend is also having a good time, just not too good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right. I think that's a fair way to go. You gonna meet up with her after, bro?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
I thought that was an automatic yes. Oh, okay.
Nope. There's no like bad blood or anything going on here, but it's just like after our show at 10, I gotta eat.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten in a while.
No, I know.
And then by the time I eat, have dinner,
You're wiped.
I'm exhausted.
Dude. Yeah.
All I want to do is watch Impractical Jokers
There
and
you
go
go.
to bed.
Nice. Beautiful. I like it. Let me just finish these thoughts here on Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. And really, honestly, I don't even know if I want to talk about anything other than just the memes, right? Like the memes right now are out of control. If you go to your Twitter search bar and just type in Jaden Daniels memes, you will see Jaden Daniels fighting Sesame Street characters for doing the number of the day. You will see Five Guys has changed their name to Four Guys out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
I saw that one today. That was good.
There's a meme that says Jaden Daniels has reportedly asked teammates to avoid giving him high fives out of respect for his jersey number. Commander players and coaching staff will be asked to exclusively give him fist bumps and helmet slaps. There's a meme that says May 5th will now be recognized nationally as Cinco de Mayo in honor of Jaden Daniels. It is so crazy. It is absolutely, the memes are nonstop. Breaking. Businesses nationwide have been mandated to shift from a 9 to 5 to a 9 to 4 workday out of respect for Jaden Daniels. It's so absolutely insane. You know what's crazy too? The New York Mets, like their actual team, the New York Mets, they won today. 4-1. Yeah, first of all, wow. Can't believe they won. But they beat Washington, not the Commanders, the Nationals. And they beat them 4-1. The official Mets Twitter account posted after the win, and they showed the graphic of them winning 4-1. And they said, "We stopped at 4 out of respect for Jaden Daniels."
That's awesome.
That's the official Mets handle. He's getting dunked on so bad, man. And is it worth it? I mean, dude, listen, StubHub, their official account. Effective immediately, we will no longer offer tickets in groups of 5 out of respect for Jaden Daniels. Only going to do 4 or 6 plus. Thank you for your understanding. This is StubHub. StubHub, which is like absolutely in their own turmoil right now for gouging fans. Even StubHub is taking swipes at Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels' mom has absolutely... This has to be one of the worst PR moves in pro sports history. Has to be. Has to be. All because of what? Some random cornerback ended up wearing your son's jersey, bro? Like, that's crazy to me. That's nuts. Again, if you didn't know the story, Brian Kelly, I guess LSU officials, somehow gave assurances to Jaden and his team that they wouldn't be issuing the number 5 out of respect for his crazy Heisman campaign, of which, again, he was there for 1 year. Brian Kelly, the former coach at LSU, asked the Daniels team, like, if this random freshman corner could wear the 5, and the Daniels team said no. Okay, cool. Well, Brian Kelly gets fired. In comes Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is asked by the kid, hey, man, I've worn 5 my entire life. They promised me that I could wear the 5. Can I wear the 5? And Lane Kiffin was like, yeah. Yeah, go for it. What? Like, yeah, go. Yeah, you can wear the 5. I'm sure he asked some staffer, is 5 retired? And they were like, no. And he's like, well, yeah, dude, wear the number. Someone at LSU promised you that you could wear the 5, and you want to wear the 5? Go ahead. What do you mean? He, unlike Brian Kelly, did not ask Jaden Daniels. He just issued the number and said, yeah, go ahead. And he actually, after this became a cease and desist debacle, absolute debacle, Lane Kiffin addressed it and said, yeah, we never contacted Jaden's team because the number's not retired. And somebody at LSU promised this kid that he was going to wear number 5. He's worn number 5 ever since his Pop Warner days, ever since he was a little kid, and he wants to wear the number 5, and it's not retired. So, yeah, wear the number 5. Like, why? The fact that this is even a story is such a miscalculation from Jaden Daniels' team, and I'm assuming this is his mom. It's like I was saying, Double P, it's like this is such a mom move in general. Like, oh my God, honey, can you believe they're going to let somebody wear your jersey number?
Mom, what are you talking about?
And that's it. Like, and she's just so upset about it. And meanwhile, you're just like, bro, okay, mom, okay, cool.
Well, I got to go to practice.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that sucks though. That's it. And that's it. And again, it's like if this is your mom and your mom's crazy, and it's like your mom is crazy, you're just like you're trying to interact as little as possible.
Yeah, honey, did you see what they did?
And you just text him back like, yeah, that's too bad. That's it.
That stinks, Mom.
Yeah, that stinks. Yeah, it sucks. But you're not trying to like engage. You're not trying to like. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's an absolute debacle right now for Jaden Daniels. He's getting dragged everywhere. And it's funny too, like everyone you hear from, whether it's Lane Kiffin, whether it's Joe Burrow, like everyone has the same reaction of like kind of like eyebrow raised, like, why are we talking about this? Like, why is this even a thing? Like they didn't retire the number. They don't owe you anything, bro. Like, move on. Weird. Bizarre. All right, we go from football to basketball. Let's do it. Let's get to your top headlines in the world of hoops.
And now it's time for the full court press.
All right, Double P. Hit me, pal.
All right, let's start off with the Clippers.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we love the Clippers? Oh. All right, Bradley Beal back to the Clippers for 2 more years for $13.2 million. How about Bradley Beal going back to the Clippers? You know what was interesting, though, that I did find about Bradley Beal?
Okay. Hit me.
Only a 3-time All-Star. Just 3 years in the NBA was Bradley Beal an All-Star. The guy was putting up like 30 points a game a couple seasons.
I know, right? Like he's just been, I mean, look, injuries have obviously derailed his career. I saw that the Clippers brought him back and I just was like, why? Like, what's the point? He has nothing left. Like give a young guy a chance just to see what's happening. I feel bad for Bradley Beal. When he was in his prime, guy was an unstoppable scorer. He was a walking bucket.
Yeah.
But that was a million years ago. And like 4 or 5 major injuries ago. Like, it's over. Like, I'm so confused by this. Because I will say that they're trying to say they're not in a rebuild. They're absolutely in a rebuild. And give me more of Darius Garland and give me more of Keaton Wagler. Let me see what this young backcourt can do. And then we'll just develop the young guys. Bringing back somebody like Bradley Beal, what does it do for you? I don't.
Yeah.
And by the way, to give him a 2-year deal, the second year is not a team option. The second year is a player option. This is a downright horrendous deal. I am just so confused by it. I'm surprised Bradley is going to play in the NBA, let alone sign a 2-year deal.
Yeah, for 2 more years.
Insane.
Bradley Beal, man, it's pretty interesting there. I will say, with basketball, we talk about kind of football and why not just have Fernando Mendoza play the whole year and just bench Kirk Cousins or something like that?
Yeah.
It's different in hoops. It's like when you have a young guy like Keaton Wagler on the Clippers, just play him in the league. He just needs to play as many possible games and as many minutes as possible just to hoop in the NBA and to see how it feels and just get a feel for it. There's no doing, in the NBA, you just have to do that. It might not be the NFL, but that's the way to go in the NBA if you're a rookie like that. So re-signing Bradley Beal, taking minutes from young guys, it's weird.
And I totally agree with that with one caveat if you're chasing a championship.
Yeah.
If you're chasing, but this team is so far away from chasing a championship. To your point, Double P, man, you have to let the young guys develop and grow. And not only that, it's a fact-finding mission. You have to see.
Good point.
If Keaton Wagler can play.
Yeah.
You just have to know. Because when that extension time comes around, you want to know, am I going to give this guy big-time money, or am I going to just let him test free agency, or what am I going to do? What kind of player is this guy, Keaton Wagler? And whether the Clippers want to admit it or not, I think most everybody is not sure what kind of pro Keaton Wagler is going to be. I know he has a lot of folks who think he's going to be really good, but man, there's a lot of people who think he could bust out too.
Oh yeah, that's a great point you make about winning the championship. And aside from everything we've said, I'm one of those second people that you mentioned. I don't think he's going to be very good. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the T-Wolves. They're going to be retiring KG, Kevin Garnett's jersey, number 21, after they face another one of his former clubs, the Boston Celtics, on February 28th this year. The team announced that this morning. It'll be the second jersey retirement. Doesn't Jaden Daniels wish he gets this one? The second jersey retirement for the 15-time All-Star after the Celtics did so for number 5 in March. So we mentioned KG yesterday a little bit when we had longtime NBA assistant Rex Kalamian on with us.
Yeah.
KG, how great of a competitor he is, but pretty cool stuff for Minnesota.
Bottom line is, Kevin Garnett was, during his run in the NBA, an absolute superstar. Those battles that he had with Tim Duncan were just really funny because KG is an absolute wild man on the court, so intense. And Tim Duncan is like Mr. Dry Humor, right? So KG would try to get under his skin, and what ended up happening was that he would just get under his own skin because he would get so annoyed that Tim Duncan wouldn't react and just was dropping 20 and 10 spots like it wasn't a problem, you know? The one thing I don't think people understand about Kevin Garnett was that this was a true two-way player, was one of the best defenders in the league, was an unbelievable athlete, and was really, truly ahead of his time. He got drafted out of high school, and he had a face-up game. Then he developed a low-post game. This is the kind of player that if he played in today's NBA, would be dropping, 35 a night. Because he was that long, that athletic. He had an advanced dribble, and he could shoot a little bit. Man, people don't. I just don't think people remember how good he was with the Minnesota T-Wolves, because when he got to Boston, and that's when he ended up being, a champion. KG. He became. KG in Boston winning titles. He was 31 years old.
That's crazy.
when he got to Boston, right? He retired again when he was 39, right? But bottom line was, man, like the most team accolades he got was in his 30s. When he was in his 20s playing for Minnesota in his absolute peak physical prime, we're talking about a guy, man, that was giving you 25 a night. He was pulling down 15 boards a night. You know, he had steals, he had blocks. The assist numbers were there. I mean, shoot, in his MVP season, it was 24, 14, 5 dimes, 1.5 steals, and 2.2 blocks. An absolute stud.
Oh, yeah.
Again, one of the greatest two-way players the league has ever seen. Was a menace. Was an absolute menace defensively, and I don't think people truly remember that about KG. But yeah, man, obviously very much well-deserved to get his number retired.
I mean, I love, the Hooper KG, the competitor, but I think a lot of people forget about this clip, and it's really good.
Okay.
I just had to do it, one of my favorite KG moments of all time.
Yeah.
Right here.
Thanks a lot, and good luck the rest of the season.
Hey, look here. I know we're going off the air for a little bit, but I need 10 to 15 seconds to say to you, okay, look, I've never in my life tried to really go at you in your suits and stuff. Tonight, I am stressing to you, you take this outfit home and you burn it. We don't want to see this. I know you don't double back with outfits. I've never seen you in an outfit twice, but you take this right here. I don't care if it's Versace, name brand. It costs you. No, Saeed, I don't care. You take this and you burn it.
It's not any part I can keep?
No, nothing. So when you get done with this, you should be butt-ass naked. This should be burnt, okay? It's good to see you, like always. In the shoes, too. Just burn them, okay? Just burn it. Don't ask no questions. Just burn the red socks, which the people can't see at home. Take all this, handkerchief, lime thong, all that. Burn it.
Lime thong?
Fire sale?
Burn it.
That's so good, man.
That was his interaction with TNT sports reporter, rest in peace, Craig Sager.
Yes.
So, legend there. But Craig Sager, man, his suit game was so insane and so crazy. Dude, as a man with custom suits myself, I've got maybe 10 custom suits.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And I love my suit game. Like, my suit game is about as strong as it gets. I will compare my suit game with anyone in the game. But Craig Sager literally never did repeat an outfit. Like, how much was his wardrobe, dude?
Yeah.
Because those suits are not cheap.
Maybe they were giving him a little extra just for the suits because, I mean, that was like his thing.
It was.
So it's
and the craziest mismatching of patterns,
yes,
mismatching colors. I mean, it was crazy. And so, man, that was one of the great, reporter interactions of all time.
Amazing. And
incredible.
When he responds to KG2, there's not any part I can keep.
Burn it all. Burn it.
All right, last but not least, just a little bonus thing that came in right before the show today. The Cleveland Cavaliers are trading Dennis Schroeder and cash to the Charlotte Hornets for Trey Mann.
Wow.
Yeah, not really the biggest of trades, but one to at least, when you see Dennis Schroeder and his 18th team in 3 years, then you know why. I know.
Dennis Schroeder, I mean, again, this goes back to the bag fumble. Anytime you talk about ultimate bag fumbles, it was this, where the LA Lakers, tying it in locally here, the LA Lakers offered him a 4-year, $84 million contract, and he turned it down.
Oh, my goodness.
He thought he was going to get a $100 million deal. So instead of signing a 4-year, $84 million contract extension, he played out his deal. And instead of, again, $84 million, he would then go on to sign a 1-year, $6 million contract. I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think he actually has made $84 million throughout the entirety of his career.
Yeah.
And he was about to make that in 4 years.
Unbelievable.
That is the biggest bag fumble in the history of bag fumbles.
Oh, man, I would not want to be, him before he goes to bed and his girl's probably just like, honey, I told you to take that deal. I told you.
Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
An absolute gut punch to go from $84 million to a 1-year $6.
Oh, man.
Oh. Hey, and listen, he's not struggling, but still, like, good Lord. That is absolutely insane.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, fun little full court press tonight. That was
fun. There you go. I like it. Let's step away. When we come back, I want to talk fantasy football. It's Friday, and you know what that means. Fantasy Fridays are in full effect. LFG, let's go. More fantasy talk on the back end of the James Kell Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Los Angeles. James Coe is here. Welcome back. Quick Dodger baseball update.
Dodger baseball.
It is the bottom of the eighth. In the top half of the eighth, they brought out Tanner Scott. So for those of you who are keeping track and were expecting maybe that Tanner Scott would get a save opportunity with the Dodgers leading 3-1, it's not Tanner Scott unless Tanner Scott's coming out again, which I don't think that's going to happen. By the way, Tanner Scott looked good too. He, again, pushing upper 90s. The fastball location was good. I don't know, man. Like, I know he blew 10 saves last year. I know he's blown 2 saves this year. But Edwin Diaz is such a disaster right now that it doesn't make any sense to throw him out there. Like, how is Tanner Scott not the guy right now? Especially a guy that you give an opportunity. He has 16 saves on the season. The funny thing is, Edwin Diaz can go out there every single night. He's not going to get 16 saves for the rest of the year. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. I don't play fantasy baseball anymore, but golly, what an absolute bust of a pick that would have been. Can you imagine? You're like, yeah, this guy's the highest paid reliever, or this guy's the highest paid closer in baseball history, and he's playing for a great team in the Dodgers, and he was awesome last year. I'm going to spend a high fantasy draft pick on friggin' Edwin Diaz. He has to be one of the worst picks in fantasy baseball history. Has to be. I don't play fantasy baseball anymore. I do play a lot of fantasy football, though. So, again, just a little bit of a Dodger update as they lead 3-1 in the bottom of the eighth. Have you heard this soundbite here from Ramona Shelburne, who says, and again, remember, there's a new Laker ownership group, and the ownership group is not related, obviously, to Mark Walter, and the Dodgerification of the Lakers, could that be on pause, or could that just be overturned in general? And oh, by the way, Edwin Diaz is warming up. He's coming out.
What?
Edwin Diaz is coming out, and every Dodger fan from here to Timbuktu is going to hate watch this next inning. I mean, the sense of dread as Edwin Diaz, no, it's banned. Banned. No. And by the way, Dodgers are playing this at their home stadium. But no, on this show, Blaster Jacks, as much as I love y'all, you're banned.
That's terrible.
You're banned. Okay? You're blocked. Blaster Jacks. Sorry, Timmy Trumpet. You're blocked. Sorry, Edwin Diaz. You're blocked. We're going to see. He's coming out. We're going to watch with, I mean, this has got to be.
It's insane.
It's insane right now because he has blown 3 of his last 4 save opportunities. He's got an ERA at 12. Like, what's going on? Dodger fans everywhere are either going to turn their TV off or just hate watch the hell out of this next inning. So I guess we'll see. And of course, we will, give you updates on that as well. Again, have you guys heard this thing from Ramona Shelburne? The Mark Walter group is out, right? Kushner and Bob Iger are in. Will they reverse course on this quote-unquote Dodgerification? The obvious answer is yes. When you pay $12.5 billion for an asset, you absolutely are going to make changes. As many changes as humanly possible without just ripping everything apart. That being said, I got to think that Rob Pelinka's days are numbered. And I think that this Dodgerification, remember, for the Lakers, they expanded the front office, they expanded the scouting team, they expanded the hell out of the analytics team. And so, yeah, man, is that going to continue? Well, Ramona Shelburne says, listen, there's going to at least be a little bit of a pause. Listen to what she says to Stephen A. Smith.
They were in the process of Dodgerizing the Lakers. All of the brains and all of the apparatus that had been installed with the Dodgers to make them the most successful franchise in baseball the last few years was being implemented with the Lakers. They made a bunch of hires. You know, a lot of the brain trust. Andrew Friedman's been consulting with Rob Pelinka. Farhan Zaidi, he was the GM for the Dodgers, and he went up to San Francisco. He's back with the Dodgers. He's been consulting on the Lakers and the Sparks. So all of the brain trust and all those Dodger guys who built this behemoth that's in Major League Baseball, they were helping to run the Lakers the last 6 months since, they've really been installed. Until this goes through, that's still going on, right? Like everyone who's been hired, everyone who's been put in place here, they're still going to keep doing what they're doing. So it doesn't mean anything in the beginning here, but I think your question about Iger and Kushner about now running a team like the Lakers, I think it catapults it into the next stratosphere.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would think that maybe they don't have like immediate plans as they remember this deal happened within 72 hours, which means that they weren't ready to honestly accept the team, and they have such a short turnaround now. Usually deals like this happen pretty early in the offseason to allow the new ownership group time to make that transition. They don't have that time to make this transition. Again, we're sitting here August 14th. It's probably going to take them realistically, a good month, probably just to get a lay of the land, it's going to take them a month just to learn everyone's names. You know what I mean? Let alone make an assessment on what their job title and job functions are. So that will take us to September 14th. Preseason's already started. All right. So I just think, and by the way, Edwin Diaz just hit a batter. He is completely out of control. He has no idea where this ball is going to go. He is just throwing it to throw it. He has no idea where this ball is going. I'm telling you. Control is gone. Okay. But again, while I think this year will be a learning year for the new ownership group and for the Lakers. But I honestly think it's, they're clearing out the whole thing. You don't spend $12.5 billion and keep a bunch of guys that are loyal to Mark Walter. That literally makes no sense. Why would you do that? You got to bring in your own guys. And again, when we're talking about this kind of stuff, it's like, there's a lot of really talented analytics guys out there. You know what I'm saying? Like they can build out that team. I think pretty much no problem. Can they find the right scouting department? I think they'll lean on some of the longtime scouts there that have been with the organization for a long time. So that transition will be a little slower, But no, man, I think this next year will be the last year that whatever this old, the Dodgerification of the Lakers, I think this will be the one year that they have a chance, and then they're all going to be gone. To the point where I don't even think it matters how well they do. Okay, listen, barring them coming in like the 3 seed in the West and getting to the Western Conference Finals, I would say that's the benchmark. That's your, that's what needs to happen for the Dodgerification to the cancellation of the Mark Walter group to be stopped. I think it's very much just going to be, listen, they're going to find their own guys, man. Okay, let's take a quick break here, and I will give you a Dodger update as we close out the show. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Edwin Diaz. I know you will be keeping a close eye on Edwin Diaz as well. More Dodger updates on the back end here. You're listening to the James Kell Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Angeles. Let's go. What a roller coaster. What a dang roller coaster. No, it's still banned. Banned. It's blocked. Listen. Blaster Jacks, I love you. You're blocked. Timmy Trumpet, you're crazy. You're absolutely an animal. You're a maniac. I love you. You're blocked. Narcos, great show and a great song. You're blocked. Oh, no, you're blocked. What an absolute roller coaster of a ninth inning.
Terrible.
I want to walk you through this, but I do have to talk fantasy football. I can't call it Fantasy Fridays without talking fantasy football. But no, what an absolute roller coaster it was there in the bottom of the ninth. Edwin Diaz comes in, and his control is everywhere, dude. It's just everywhere. And he ends up hitting the first batter he faces, gets him on. Second batter is Christian Yelich. He strikes out. Edwin Diaz walks the third batter. So now we've got runners on first and second.
Almost hit him, too.
Almost hit him as well.
Yeah. Just want to add that.
There was a hard hit ball into the second base hole, and Tommy Edman, awesome stop, beautiful stop, stabbed it, and was not able to turn a double play, but did get the out at first. Okay, so now we've got 2 outs. By the way, player of the game for sure, Tommy Edman.
Oh, without question.
Great defensive play there, and the home run to boot. Then Edwin Diaz walks another batter. What? We've got a hit by pitch and 2 batters walked.
Oh, come on!
Bases juiced, 2 outs, and a soft ground ball to the shortstop ends the game. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was horrendous. We're talking 3 walks and a hard hit ball that could have easily gone through and scored a run.
There's not even much to say there, really. It's just like, and they had, having Edwin Diaz come out, by the way, and throw, and then having someone else come out in the bullpen, just having to get warm.
Yeah,
I think they had Hernandez getting warm.
Exactly.
He's probably, I got to get warm right now.
This is so ridiculous. It's so crazy. Absolute madness and insanity. And actually, it's funny, man. Like, you listen to the to the chat, man. We got David 100 saying, what is Doc thinking? Diaz better not screw this up. Blood pressure just went through the effing roof. Ipe from prison, who has not commented all day. I fell ill with Diaz coming up.
His name is Ipe from prison?
That's his screen name. It's beautiful. He's so active. He hasn't made a single comment all night.
I thought you were actually talking about Ipe from prison for a minute.
No, dude. Hasn't made a single comment all night. And my dude's like, yeah, I felt ill with Diaz coming up. Oh, my goodness gracious, dude.
Wow.
Bases loaded, man. Bases loaded. Hit by pitch, 2 walks. Control out the window. I honestly don't think that Edwin Diaz knows where this ball is going, dude.
No.
I think he's just chucking it to chuck it, man. Like, because by the way, the velocity is there. He's still throwing 98.
Yeah.
But no, the control's everywhere, dude. He has no idea where the ball's going.
And he's 2 pitches. He's fastball, slider, and he can't get a feel for either one. And that's really bad. Sometimes one's going, the other's not. You can't get a feel for either pitch. It's really rough.
Dude, it is so bad, man. Crazy. By the way, this is what's lost in all this. Huge win for the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. If they lose this game, if Edwin Diaz blows this game, completely demoralizing, they have to reassess the closer situation. Everything goes out the window. And as we know, Dave Roberts is a creature of habit. He absolutely hates deviating from the plan. But if Edwin Diaz went out there and blew this one, can you imagine a bases loaded grand slam? Right? Or like a bases loaded, base clearing, double? It would boggle the mind. And that would literally force Dave Roberts' hand.
Well, that hard hit ball to Tommy was a base hit.
That's a base hit in a lot of situations, man.
9 out of 10. Tommy just made an unbelievable play.
It was a great stab, great play, because that ball was hit hard. But yeah, man, it's about as shaky as it gets in regards to. And by the way, at the end of the day, didn't give up a run, but about as shaky as it gets, man. That's about as shaky as it gets. Crazy, dude. Crazy situation, and what a game. Huge game for the Dodgers. They could, again, I don't want to say they couldn't have lost, but another loss right there would make it pretty difficult. Insane. So now they're one back of the Brewers for the overall best record in the NL. It is Fantasy Friday. Let's talk about some fantasy football to close out the show. I want to go through the first 3 rounds, and this is assuming you are in a 12-team full PPR league. Best pick, worst pick in the first round, best pick, worst pick in the second and third rounds as well, and I will give all kinds of information here, okay? First round, best pick, Ashton Ginty. Worst pick, Christian McCaffrey. CMC, 2 other times he has had 400 touches. Once in 2019, when in the year after, in 2020, he played 3 games. He had 400 touches in 2023, and then the following year, in 2024, he played 4 games. Now, in his age 29 season, he had 450 some odd touches. That's some of the most work you have ever seen from a running back. He had his lowest yards per carry average at 3.9. That's his lowest since 2020. Now he's a 30-year-old running back, which we know is relatively a consistent contributor when we're talking about the age cliff. And he is coming off of a season where he had 450 touches, which is just absolutely bonkers and insane. I am avoiding CMC in all formats. I don't care. If he ends up getting 300 plus touches or whatever and goes off, great. But no, I am completely out on CMC 100%. And I know what people are thinking, like, look at this Yahoo. Look at this idiot saying draft Ashton Ginty, but don't draft CMC. Yeah, because CMC's 30. Ashton Ginty's going to the second year of his career. We're acting as if Ashton Ginty didn't have 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns last year. 1,300 scrimmage yards and 10 touchdowns his rookie season in what was a completely and utterly banana pants season. Like, it was a circus. It was a zoo. Completely dysfunctional in Las Vegas. And now they bring in one of the best run designers in football in Clint Kubiak. They signed Tyler Linderbaum to hold down the center spot. The offense will be better. And even in a horrific, bad offense last year, Ashton Ginty, 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Give me that guy. Second round, best pick, Devontae Smith. Worst pick, George Pickens. Devontae Smith with A.J. Brown gone, that opens up 121 targets. Go look at the rest of the roster. There's really not that many dudes. Devontae Smith is going to walk into, I'm going to say 170, maybe 180 targets. Devontae Smith has the opportunity to have that JSN style breakout. That's him. They got a functional OC in place. Kevin Patullo, thank goodness, is gone. Sean Mannion is in the building. We don't know that much about Sean Mannion, but again, anyone and everyone will be better, not Matt Nagy, but anyone else will be better than Kevin Patullo, who is just absolutely atrocious. Sean Mannion, I actually do think they're going to try to air this bad boy out. If I have the tea leaves correct, I think they'll bomb it. I think they'll absolutely bomb this one out. I'm excited about the Eagles offense. I think they'll be much better. But Devontae Smith has JSN ability and JSN upside. Give me that dude in the second round. George Pickens was 12th in PPR scoring among all non-quarterbacks, which is incredibly high. But man, let me just put it to you this way. CeeDee Lamb got a high ankle sprain in week 3 and was working the entirety of last year off of a high ankle sprain. So, no, I don't think that George Pickens will see that kind of volume, and I do think we're going to see a little bit of regression in regards to his total touchdowns as well. Look for CeeDee Lamb to have a nice bounce-back year. So George Pickens, in my opinion, the worst pick in the second round, only because you are drafting him at his absolute peak. Not because he's a bad player, but because you're getting no value from a fantasy football perspective when we're talking about George Pickens, again, in the second round. Third round, best pick, Jeremiah Love. Worst pick, Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice going in the third round is absolutely criminal. Makes absolutely no sense. The guy was rehabbing in jail. Every training camp footage you see of Rashee Rice, the guy looks like he's running through sand. No. Guys, we're out on Rashee Rice. The guy has dealt with a lot of major injuries. No. Boys, listen to me, boys. We're out in the Rashee Rice business, okay? We're out. By the way, Patrick Mahomes working back from a major knee injury. No, we're out. We're out on Rashee Rice. Best pick, Jeremiah Love. Why? I know what you're thinking. You're like, hey, man, Arizona could be bad. I get it. And you don't want to pick a running back in a bad offense. Okay, but the offense will be good. And how about this stat? Since 2012, 8 running backs have been taken with a top 10 pick. 8. Okay, since 2012. This is a pretty good sample size here. So of those 8 running backs, 7 of them compiled at least 1,300 yards or just thereabouts. I think one of them had like 1,296 or something. But just about 1,300 yards. That's 7 of them. And a minimum 7 of the 8 running backs had at least 8 touchdowns. You know who the worst one of the group was? Christian freaking McCaffrey somehow, some way. What? His rookie season, he had 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns, but everyone else, Leonard Fournette, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Ashton Jinty, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott almost got to 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns. Todd Gurley, 1,310. Even Trent Richardson, who was god-awful, gave you 1,312. I love Jeremiah Love. Pun fully intended. Congratulations to the Dodgers. For my guy, Double P, I'm James Coe. We got to go. But remember, it's never too late to chase your dreams. Peace.
You've been listening to The James Coe Show.
For fantasy purposes,
on the new 97.1 The Fan.
His effectiveness in the intermediate area of the field, it's not close.
The voice of LA Sports. If you miss any of the show, listen back on the iHeart and Always Free Odyssey app.